Hey, everybody. It's Friday.
Yep.
Fucking finally.
Yeah.
The last Friday of May, actually.
Yeah, we got all things. I got all kinds of shit to talk about tonight.
That's what Tom said. He has all kind of stuff to talk about.
kinds.
And just a heads up,
Yeah.
he is already. I don't know how much you drank
I'm already
beforehand,
drunk.
but
A little bit.
you don't seem drunk to me.
No, I was. I could ride. I was at the biker bar.
He was at the biker bar. It was Friday. He was at the biker. Well, you didn't go to the biker bar last Friday.
No.
The Friday before that we were at the Disney park with my sister, and then last Friday you were gonna go, and then you said fuck it, you didn't feel like it, or it was raining or something. I don't know. So he went today. You were there a while actually.
Yeah.
You left earlier than usual.
Yeah, I went to go turn something. I went to go fucking do a return to Amazon.
Like
Amazon. I bought some rechargeable batteries.
Yeah, this is kind of a funny story.
Like $8 worth of rechargeable batteries, like 6 AA rechargeable batteries. And when it showed up, it was just the bag.
There was nothing in it. It was like literally an empty bag.
Yeah. So I went, returned that shit. I got a new supply of them already sent to me. They just said, they printed out the fucking return label. I went to go return it. I drive all the way fucking to the Amazon fucking warehouse
or whatever
that we got here to do the return. And they don't do returns anymore. Hop off a bike, I'm going in there, fucking walking off, fucking cock proud to go in there and turn.
Like you do.
Like I do. And fucking soy boy's like, excuse me, sir. I turn around, and gay dude standing there. And he goes, can I help you? And I was like, I was going to return it. Oh, we don't do that anymore. And I was like, what do you mean you don't do it? We don't return anymore. You're going to have to go. You give me all directions of where to go.
Well, where the fuck you got to go to return stuff now?
Man, I didn't even know where he was talking about. He was talking more towards downtown. I was like, I'm not going that way. So, all right, thank you, 3PO. And I fucking jumped back on a bike, went back. Yeah, 3PO.
Did you really say that?
No, I didn't say that. I'm calling 3PO.
Okay,
He's 3PO.
That's pretty
So
funny.
I fucking, hey, it is what it is. And I headed back. So I stopped.
Maybe you are drunk.
Yeah, stopped at the biker bar. And I was in there. It was fucking raining.
Yeah, it's kind of been raining. Like not pouring down rain and not storming, but it's getting into that Florida summer time where it's just gonna piss down rain and like lightning and your power goes out like pretty much every day.
Yeah, so I walk in and the first thing I do is I fucking walk to my fucking normal place, and right there by the door I pass some woman and she's like, nice bike. And I said, bitch, you didn't even see my bike. And she's laughing. Yeah.
Maybe she did. Was she peeking out the door?
My bike. She's just trying to talk to me. It turned out it was her birthday, her 73rd birthday.
Dang.
73.
Good for her.
The older they get, the more randy them bitches get, man. Because
they don't give a fuck anymore.
They don't give a fuck. Nice bike. You didn't see my bike, bitch. Fucking Amy's laughing.
Get the hell out of here with your nice bike.
Yeah, it's fucking shit. So then,
like, would you have had more respect for her if she'd have said like nice guns or nice cock or something like that?
Ass.
Nice ass.
I was wearing my jacket and shit. You know what I mean? She could have said nice outfit. But she's just trying to talk to dudes. She's 73.
Was she like literally like by the door like a
right there, when you walk in,
like a witch or something? Like
you know the door when you walk in?
Yeah.
Right in front of the door where the fucking first seat on the fucking that side of the bar. Mm-hmm. Right there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know exactly.
She's right there.
I've been there a few times.
I said, bitch, you didn't see my bike. She's laughing.
Ooh, now she just wants you more.
Yeah.
Because you were kind of mean to her. Now she's like.
So then I'm trying to put some songs on a jukebox. You do it through an app. And I would try to put it on my another credit card that I haven't used before, and it wouldn't go through. And I did it like twice.
Like, don't deny me,
motherfucker. I was like, well, go back to. I was trying to get it to go back to screen so I could re-put my name. It wanted to know like the name and the address. You know what I mean? Because that app had never seen that credit card.
What is this?
Like, what the fuck is this? And I never could get back to that screen. So that I just use a fucking debit card and put it through there. And then all of a sudden I look back and I have like fucking 40-something credits. I was like, what the fuck happened, man? I spent like $20-something on a damn jukebox somehow. So it gave me all the credits. So it said it wasn't going through. It was going through.
But it hasn't charged him so far.
Yeah, it charged me
like $2.
Two $1 charges. I don't know what the fuck happened.
That's weird. Like I said, that's like a testing.
Yeah, but it gave me the credits for the thing, for the songs. It probably hit me $7 for each one. How much you bet?
Yeah, it was like check tomorrow and see.
Yeah,
because credit cards will do that. That's like, we didn't charge you for anything, and then like 2 days later, you're like, motherfucker. Oh.
Yeah. So I'm DJing.
Yeah.
All right, I'm fucking playing.
It's like I don't give a fuck if you guys don't like it. I'm paying for this shit.
These country dudes are getting fucking pissed. These old dudes in their fucking 70s, and they're not gonna say anything.
Cry hard.
They're not gonna say anything. I beat them up. You know what I mean? I can beat them up and fucking.
Better than that new country shit they're probably
gonna playing country fucking music.
Fuck that.
I'm like, fuck that shit. I'm gonna put Fun Boy 3 on there. Fucking
no one wants to.
I have fucking
he was asking me like on Messenger. Wait, what are the good Chameleon songs?
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know.
They're all there, but I only knew a couple of them.
Yeah, I was telling him like some good Chameleon songs.
But no, I was putting fucking Can you see them? They talk about us.
Yeah, but the Fun Boy 3 version.
Not the Go-Go's version. The other version. Yeah, I put in. Well, that's no surprise. What's the name of that song?
Our Lips Are Sealed.
Yeah, Our Lips are put that on there.
And the weird thing about that song.
Danzig.
The weird thing about that song is that I had always thought from the 80s onward. That the Go-Go's had covered the Fun Boy 3 song. But it's actually a little bit more complicated than that because a bunch of them were like actually in the same band.
And they wrote that song together.
And they wrote that song together. And then they just both did a version of it in their own bands. So it's technically not really a cover. It's just two versions.
The Fun Boy 3 version.
They're both good. I like them both.
They're both good, but I like the Fun Boy 3 version because it's more goth.
Fun Boy 3 is a good band.
It's male vocals.
They don't really get talked about a lot, but I actually like them.
And then I was doing some fucking Billy Idol, old Billy Idol.
Well, yeah, of course. I don't think anyone's gonna cry about that because everybody.
No, they like that. I'll put.
Didn't he just get some kind of lifetime achievement award or something?
Yeah, I think he did. Yeah.
I don't know who it was from exactly, but I saw it.
Fucking White Wedding on there, and
who didn't like White Wedding? That's a great fucking song.
Yeah, and then I'll do his cover of fucking "Don't You Forget About Me."
They have that.
Yeah.
Okay, sweet.
Billy Idol's version of
it. If you didn't know, that song was originally written for Billy Idol.
Yeah, he just didn't buy it.
He just didn't want it.
He thought it was too soft.
Well, it was offered to him.
Yeah.
And then he's like, nah, I don't really want to do that.
The dude that wrote it had him in mind for it.
Yeah, that's who they wanted to do it. And then he was like, he turned it down. So then Simple Minds did it, and obviously had like a huge.
He did it later though.
And he did a version of it, which is also very good.
It's harder. It's good.
Karen says, was Fun Boy 3 the offspring of the specials?
It had some of the guys from
specials. I think so. Like, I think they were kind of all in that same
scene. And the girls that fucking abducted and abused me for fucking years, fucking kept me as a slave on there. Fucking, you guys don't know about that, but I got captured when I was just a young boy of 14. I got captured by
a real tragedy.
Bananarama. Yeah.
But they had overalls on and everything.
Yeah, the overalls, the cute hair. They even skipped when they fucking danced and ran and shit. Fucking, they kept me in the damn tour bus as their personal groom. It was like sex slavery. And then they sold me to the Go-Go's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a whole thing, you guys.
It was a fucking thing, yeah. But it was very traumatic. I don't talk about it. I don't talk about that anymore. I don't show the videos either.
Because they videotaped that.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And that was like back in the early 80s.
Yeah, but I don't show them.
When you had to have the big fucking video cameras, right?
Yeah.
For real, like seriously, every time we're at Barbarella and either Bananarama or the Go-Go's comes on.
Those are my favorite girl bands.
And I'm just like, oh, it's your girlfriends. And then like we tell the story about how he got kidnapped. And I kind of feel like most of our friends know we're full of shit, right? But I kind of feel like, wait, really?
It was transnational sex trafficking between fucking America and the UK. It was horrible. FBI was involved.
Interpol should be involved in that. I would think.
Yeah.
Because man, you were just such a vulnerable child. You with your
vulnerable child of 14. You
were with your Rick 15. Springfield hair.
Yeah. Pretty as fuck.
Your feathers.
Yeah.
Everybody had that shit back then. He did. He had feathered hair back in the day.
Yeah.
But like I said, everybody had that. It was. I wouldn't call it a mullet.
No.
It wasn't a mullet.
No.
But it was definitely.
It was
feathered.
Long hair though.
It was longish, longish.
Yeah.
I don't consider shoulder length like on a dude. I don't consider that long hair.
Yeah, I had long hair.
Like if somebody tells me a dude has long hair, I'm thinking like Peter Steele. Like I'm thinking like long hair.
I was totally unrecognizable. You guys would not recognize me.
Yeah.
I looked like fucking. I don't know.
Like I said, the first time you showed me that one picture, you probably know with the feathered hair.
Yeah.
Like what immediately went through my mind was like, did you wish you had Jesse's girl?
Yeah.
Is that what this picture is all about? That's the first thing that I thought of.
Yeah.
You're a lot better looking than Rick Springfield though.
Yeah.
Back then.
To me, I when I see myself from that era, to me, I look like a girl. I don't look.
No.
I don't look like a guy. I look like a girl. I thought I looked like a girl.
At the time?
No, not at the time. But I look back at it now, and it's just like, man, I look like a girl.
No, man. Like, that's just, dudes looked like that back then. It was just kind of like, that's so weird to me.
Yeah.
Like, it really didn't occur to anyone back then, because that's just what, like, dudes had mullets, and they had feathered hair and perms, and...
Yeah.
Everybody looked like that.
To me, I look at it now, I look like a girl. I look like a chick.
Nah. That one picture, too.
Yeah.
It's like, you don't really look like him, but I think it reminds me of it because of that one photo of Bono.
Yeah.
Like, from old school Bono, like New Year's Day era Bono, like from 1981 or whatever. And, like, because it was kind of snowy in the background, and you had kind of Bono-ish hair.
Yeah.
Because he kind of had a little bit, everybody had a little bit of a mullet in the 80s, I feel like. I wouldn't call yours a mullet. I wouldn't call Bono's a mullet. But it was mullet adjacent.
Let's see if I can find it.
It was mullet adjacent.
I'll see if I can find it.
Like, some of them absolutely did. The dude from, I want to say, oh, shit. What was that? Was it the dude from Icicle Works? You know that song, Whisper to a Scream? That dude had a mullet, if I remember correctly.
See if I can find it.
But I'd have to go back and look. Zach said something a long time ago that made me laugh, like about, or like when we were talking about Amazon.
Yeah.
He said that, like, it's like when you order a chair off Amazon when you're drunk and it turns out it's doll furniture.
It's what?
It's doll furniture.
Doll furniture.
That's a thing, apparently, that happens. Or you order one's like a cat. Yeah, that was the picture I was thinking. See, that's not a mullet, technically.
To me, I look like a chick.
No, not at all. Not at all. Look at those eyebrows.
Huge black eyebrows.
I love that.
Yeah.
Look at that jawline.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. I was about 15, I think.
Look what a sexy motherfucker. Yeah, well, you're still a sexy motherfucker.
I think I might have some a little bit later.
And actually, now that I'm seeing that photo again, it's even less mullety than I was picturing. Maybe I was thinking of like two photos like mixed together. Zach also said, okay, well, what about when I already don't give a fuck and I'm horny all the time and I'm not even 30? Now I'm wondering how I'll be at 73 and it kind of scares me. I mean, you got a long time to like prepare for that. But I will tell you, since you're a lot younger than us, and like I said, I know younger people don't listen to older people, but I'm just saying that's the best thing. Like, there's a lot of shitty things about getting older, I'm not going to lie to you. But the best thing is you give less and less of a shit what other people think of you as time goes on. It's amazing.
Okay, I'm about 17 here.
Yeah. See, I don't see that is not girly in any. I don't find that girly.
Well, I look a little bit older there, so I'm about 17.
Yeah,
probably. Is that? Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of
trying to get that bitch to.
That one, you're kind of like you wear your sunglasses at night.
Yeah,
kind of deal.
Some shit like that.
I'm fucking with you. I had. Well, my hair was still red in the 80s because that's what color my hair is naturally. And in high school, I had half of it shaved off, and then it was like kind of long, like on this side. And then, of course, because it was the 80s, we all used hairspray and like stuck our bangs up all spiky.
Yeah.
So that's what my hair looked like back then. I think, well, I look back now and I'm just like, it looks stupid now, but like, I thought it was the coolest fucking shit ever, like at the time, you know? Not as cool as my friend Kathy in my physics class. She had, her hair was just like straight up blonde. It wasn't like weird or anything, but like she had these bangs that were just like straight up. They just went straight up like that and like kind of over. And she had like at least 3 or 4 cans of Aussie like in her fucking locker at all times. So she
remember how shit smelled. Shit smelled like grapes.
I have a can of Aussie in my bathroom right now. I don't use hairspray much anymore because it's straight really now, so I don't really need it. I'm not doing anything. And the only time I ever use it is on the rare occasions when I decide to tease the shit and go death rock with it. Which I like how that looks, but it's a pain in the ass, like getting all the knots out like the next day. So I tend not to do it because it's a pain. But I still have some Aussie in it. You know what? It doesn't smell. It still kind of smells the same. But to me, I don't know if I'm just used to it, but it doesn't smell like it used to smell. It used to have that because it had like grape and like those nettles and stuff in it. And it had a very distinctive smell, which I really liked. And that reminds me of high school. But it doesn't really smell like that anymore.
Horror fan says, I can believe, Todd, that you look like a girl. Says, to me, I look like a girl in that one. Look like fucking Jenny, fucking, what's her name? From fucking, to me, I always thought that I kind of looked a little, in that photo. And I look back, look at the girl from fucking Labyrinth. What's her name? Fucking
Jennifer Connelly?
Jennifer Connelly. Yeah. Same eyebrows type. Same color.
But like I said, the big, thick eyebrows, that was the thing.
It was a thing back then. Yeah.
That was a thing. So it's like, you have to think too, like a lot, like that was just 17, kind of style.
By the time I was 17, I didn't look like that. I looked more like a guy. But yeah, 14, 15, I looked like a chick. I thought, I don't think you look. I didn't think so at the time. But I'd look at pictures of myself and like, God damn. I look like a chick, man.
Though, that literally never occurred to me. That's like super funny.
Zach liked it. Says I should wear red.
Yeah, it's like it looks good on you.
But I was very at that time. Of course, I had very dark hair and lots of it. The shit was thick as a motherfucker. I had big old thick fucking eyebrows and I was really pale. So it looked good. But,
yeah, because his hair is naturally very, very, very dark.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't, I mean, I don't even think you dyed it, did you?
No.
No, it was pretty much black.
Almost black.
It was almost black, naturally.
But then I would, if I was in the sun for a long time, I'd get reddish highlights. Because my dad was a ginger.
Yeah.
My mother had black hair.
See, I was like, my mom has, her hair's not red. It's kind of maybe strawberry blonde or like darker brown. My dad has black hair. And my grandma also had black hair before it went gray. And my hair, for some reason, turned out super red, like orange.
Yeah.
Like when I was out in the sun, like people would be like, oh my God, like it looked like copper, like this coppery orange color.
Yeah.
I don't think it looks like that anymore. I've been dyeing it for such a long time. It's probably all gray now. But it's like because as soon as I get a little bit of gray, like in the fucking, on the roots, I'm just like, boop. And I just comb all the black back through it. So I don't know what color my hair is now. American Military says, I'm going to watch that Hulu doc on the Scream Killers that you talked about in this week's episode. Yeah, it's 3, installments, and it was actually really good. They kind of do a deep dive on it. By the way, I would have gone gay for you the way you looked in that photo of you at 17.
Who said that?
American Military said.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
See, that's what I mean.
Oh, no, I could swing all kinds of dudes. I was swinging fucking adult women all the time that were married and shit. I was having to run from them.
Help.
Yeah, my mom's friends and shit. They were married.
Mom's friends. A couple of your teachers.
A couple of my teachers.
At least so you told me.
Yeah, a couple of my teachers. They were women. They weren't much older than me though.
Yeah, that's we had 5
years older.
We had that too, but it's like it wasn't.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's not great, but it's just like sometimes these teachers were only like 3 or 4 years older than you.
Yeah, it wasn't a big deal back then though.
No.
It went on. Fucking Grams will tell you he went to high school with us. Fucking, it was known that some of the students were banging some of the teachers. It was just
actually,
it was like the mentality was not. We didn't see ourselves as kids in high school in the 80s. We saw ourselves more like college students. We grew up faster, and society treated us that way.
Yeah, it wasn't.
We weren't infantilized.
Yeah, definitely. One of the teachers at my high school, had married one of his students.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't know her. She was a few years behind me. So she had graduated like a few years before I did. But they had dated while she was still in high school and he was teaching there, which, like I said, that's a big no-no like nowadays. But they did actually get married later on. I don't know if they're still married.
We had...
I don't even remember what his name is.
When in Brazil, at the fucking high-end private high school that I went to, it was an international high school, there was a married couple there that was constantly dating students. Like, on their own.
Interesting.
The wife would date one of the boys, and the fucking husband would date one of the... It was like an open relationship with these two married. They weren't that old either. Early 30s. They were dating the seniors. They were like serial daters of seniors. And it was like known. It wasn't...
Okay, that's a little weird.
Well, they were of legal age.
That's true.
It was in Brazil.
Yeah.
The age of consent, I think, was like 16 or 17.
Yeah, so it wasn't like.
And they didn't, and it wasn't, and they only applied to the laws of Brazil, not the United States. And I don't think those laws where teachers couldn't date students. They get in trouble now.
I don't because it's technically there's not a law against it. It's just that
no, there's a law against it now.
Well, the law is statutory rape. I don't think it has to do necessarily with a teacher.
It has to do with it,
but it's very, very frowned upon. But I don't think technically it's illegal.
Statutory rape has something to do with the differences in age.
Yeah.
But that's only certain states. That's not federal.
Yeah. Like I said, the states are states are different, as to how they.
Some states, a high school teacher cannot date a student, even if that student is of legal age.
Yeah.
And people think that legal age is 18, and it's not. 18 is when you can take pornographic photographs of a person. Age of consent in most states is like 17, 16. Some states have upped it to 18, but I don't. Mississippi, I think
it's mostly 16.
Mostly 16.
Yeah. I don't know. I haven't checked in a long time.
Yeah, and I remember that there was a time when in Mississippi, and this was in the 80s, technically it was more like 13. That was the age of consent. You can marry a person at 13 with parental consent.
Yeah, I think in some states you can still do that.
It was like not what the world was not what you think it was.
Well, look at fucking Jerry Lee Lewis marrying his 13-year-old cousin.
Yeah, and it was
because her parents said it was okay.
Right, and it was because people were getting pregnant at 13 and 14 regularly back in the olden days. So the parents didn't want the guy locked up. He wanted the girl. They wanted the girl to get married.
Yeah, go take
care of her. Get the fuck out
of
here. Take care of her. And a lot of times the guy was 16, 17. So that's when a lot of them got married.
Less shit for us to worry about.
Yeah.
Go have your baby over there.
Yeah.
And get a job. You bum.
There's no abortion. And I don't think abortion was ever legal in Mississippi.
Yeah, well, honestly, yeah, it was like much later that abortion was made legal.
I don't think abortion was ever legal in Mississippi. I don't think it was ever legal. I can't remember.
Look that up. I'm kind of interested.
Because I remember when my sister-in-law got pregnant, and this was in 96. She had to go to Louisiana to get an abortion. That was in 96. I don't think it was ever legal. Now, maybe later it did, but probably not now, because a lot of that shit reverted back to it being on the state.
Wait, I saw something. Oh, Zach says being a ginger is actually some kind of genetic mutation thing. Yes, it is. I believe it's only about 2% of the population. It also gives you a higher pain tolerance too, apparently. I have heard that also. I realize, like I said, this is anecdotal evidence. I do think that I have a higher pain tolerance in general than most people, because like I said, I am naturally a redhead. But I don't know. I'd be kind of curious to look that. I wonder why. And I've always wondered why it was such a small percentage, of the population. It's a mutation, but it's just stuck around for whatever reason. I guess it had some kind of advantages, or it wouldn't still be around. CB says, one of my teachers grabbed my ass. My hair was long. He thought I was one of the girls. Not great.
Who said that?
Can we CB say that? Can we not have teachers grabbing students' asses? That's really fucked up. Klaus says, has Tanya muted me again? No, you're there. I see you.
Klaus has got. He's
this, paranoid about being
this
muted.
this muted fucking paranoia. Don't get paranoid, dude. You're not going nowhere.
We see you. It's okay.
You can't get bad without my permission, and I ain't gonna let that happen. Okay, I got you. I'm gonna protect you. Okay? You're in the fucking protective hands of a strong master. Okay, a strong commander that will protect you. Okay, you do what I say. I got you. I'm here to protect you.
But you have to do what you.
But you gotta do what I say. See?
Yes. It's predicated upon.
It's like BDSM. Yeah.
That's what kind of relationship.
Yeah, so that's what it always is. They're all like that. Just you haven't realized that yet. It's all about power dynamics. Okay.
See?
I'm protecting you, man.
That's
all the way up in Norway. All the way up in Norway.
Your cradling is nuts.
Just cradling you like that.
That hand gesture you made.
You're in the strong and protective hands of a gentle master and commander. Okay? Don't worry. Don't worry.
Oh, shit.
That's how it is.
Oracle says LOL. Do we get safe words? You can come up with whatever safe words you want.
He doesn't need safe words. It's a strong and protective master. And
Tom would never. He would never.
I would never violate like that. I'm going to protect his masculinity. Okay? I'm not going to violate. Okay?
Klaus is like, I guess.
See, he's already submissive. He's already submitting. Trust and submission. Okay.
It's the whole basis. It's the whole basis.
His wife loves it. His wife loves it.
Relationship.
His wife loves it. Yeah. She watches the whole process. The whole process.
Oh my goodness.
Alcohol and everything. You and your wife need to come down here and hang out. We'll go to fucking Disneyland.
Disney World. Disneyland is in California.
I'm from California originally, so I'm going to say that. I was born
Disney World.
I just call it Disneyland.
In Florida.
Take you down to Disney World.
It's two completely different parks.
Or Universal.
Yeah.
You'd like Universal better, probably.
I mean, they're all fun. Universal has resorts and stuff too. Like one of these days,
more thrill rides
when we have more money.
Yeah.
I kind of want to do Universal. I want to do the new park that they have that has like the 4 different lands in it. I just haven't had. It hasn't been open that long, so I kind of feel like it's still pretty mobbed. I'll wait a little while until it's like kind of clears out. So Zach says, speaking of hair. Yeah. I've been out of give a fuck lately. Yeah, I know that feeling. And got a decent beard going and doing nothing with my hair, so it's getting curly as fuck. Mm. You're just gonna let it ride? I mean, okay. Are you gonna be like full on like mountain man, or just let it like all curly hair and then like all curly beard? That'd be kind of cool, actually.
Yeah.
Looking like some fucking doing some ZZ Top action.
So. We're going to talk about the normies and their reaction to the steroid Olympics. I don't know if you guys have heard about it.
I don't know anything about
this. They had a thing. It's kind of like the Olympics, but they allow fucking doctor prescribed performance enhancing drugs and steroids,
which
and
all that fair.
Shit. And it was a big event, and a bunch of people won prizes. There were people that were behind it that fucking funded it, and evidently like the stock fell because it was kind of a shit show. But now they noticed there was only like 1 or 2 world records were beaten. Okay, and that was in events that they were already taking steroids, all right? And now you have the normies saying because these dudes didn't break any world records, the steroids don't work. That it's all just a myth. That's some wild shit. That's not exactly what happened, though. Okay, don't let anybody tell you that. What happened was that all your top athletes and all your Olympiads, they can't go to an event like that. It would ruin.
Well, yeah, they'll get in trouble.
They would ruin their career.
They're like, I'm not gonna like say I'm on steroids and go be in that shit and then lose all of my like advertising revenue.
Exactly,
And all of that
they can't go to that shit. Okay, so who went to that was all ex-athletes, ex-Olympiads, older guys, and fucking they did well. They performed well above what they should have performed for their age. But your top guys didn't go. Okay.
Well, yeah.
The top guys are also on shit. It's just that they can't get anywhere.
It's that they're not really.
They can't go in there. Yeah. See,
we're still maintaining the myth.
Yeah. They're maintaining the myth. They're maintaining the myth. And people are like, but they're tested. Yeah, they're tested, but they're given the times in which the test is going to happen.
Yeah, so they work around it.
It's called going off cycle.
Yeah,
you're on the shit. You go, okay, fuck, 3 weeks. Hey, I gotta do the test.
Look at like
know.
We know people that do some drugs. Okay.
Yeah.
And it's like they have jobs and shit like that, and it's like some jobs drug test.
Yeah.
But if you know you got to get a new job and you know you got to get drug tested, you work around.
You gotta take off the drug, right? And here's something that, I don't mean to bust everybody's fucking bubble. I don't mean to fucking shatter your fucking your illusions. Professional athletes and guys going to the Olympics are on fucking steroids when they're training. All right, it increases their recovery. Now, everything depends on fucking what they can get away with. You're not going to fucking juice up some 13-year-old little gymnast girl. They're on shit. They're just not on as much. Okay? And they got to pass the tests too. But no, they're all on stuff. And they're on as much as they can get away with. Some of that shit you can do too much and will actually hinder performance because you'll get too big. Some events, it's almost unlimited. Anything having to do with weightlifting, you can just pour it on because you don't have to worry about endurance. So you can get big as fuck. Now, they're not professional bodybuilders. They're not trained that way, so they don't look like a professional bodybuilder. But those dudes, a bulky, ugly motherfucker, picking up that weight. Yeah, when he was off season in his training, he was on shit. He probably wasn't on shit for the games. Because they probably test you right before the games. I don't know when they test. Now, maybe after the test, then they fucking boot right back up. But he probably wouldn't need it. And they're using very high technology. They're also using stuff that you can get around the tests. That's another thing that they're doing. It's called doping. They're all doping. So, the Steroids Olympics was the first attempt at honesty.
Like an honest competition.
It was an attempt at honesty. They're trying to be honest. Okay, it's just that it didn't have your top guys in it. So only a couple. But now you got assholes. I'm fucking listening. They think steroids don't work. Oh, well, that just proves that steroids don't work. No, are you fucking crazy?
Well, it's a selection bias.
Are you fucking stupid?
But see, well, the thing about it is that, I've said this before, social media is kind of a cancer.
It's like cancer, yeah.
Well, it's in a way because outrage and negativity and shit like that, that's what gets clicks. That's what people want to see inexplicably. I don't understand it. I don't like that. But whatever. So it's just kind of like they're going to take the stupidest, most surface level take that seems like, oh, everything is wrong, or these people said this and it was a lie, blah, blah, blah. So it's just kind of like they're going to go with that angle when a normal person would just think, yeah, but like what you said. Yeah. Like, well, yeah, that's not going to be the top guys doing that because they can't tell people that they're on steroids, and it's like they're not going to be in this competition. Yeah, obviously. So it's just going to be people that are not afraid to lose careers over it or something like that. So obviously, it's not going to be the same pool of people that you're drawing from.
Yeah,
but see, that doesn't get people to click on it.
They got pretty good prizes, and dudes won prizes. So in 5 or 6 years. They call them the enhanced games. The enhanced games will probably be taken seriously.
They need a better name than that.
And the enhanced games. Well, they don't know how to call it the steroid games.
Well, no, but they could come up with something better than that. Enhanced is like, I get what they're going for, but it's just kind of like they need a better
drug enhanced
word than that.
Yeah, the enhanced games, the modified games. That's what I'd call it.
I kind of like
the hot rod games. So, but no, they're all enhanced. They're all enhanced. It's just that the enhanced games was honest about it. And you're going to get the second and third echelon guys in there. That's what's going to happen. And they're older. And they're like ex-athletes.
Because they're like, hey, they don't have a career to lose that anymore. They don't have a career
to worry about. And they did pretty good. They did real good. They were real close to a fucking guys that are much younger who are on steroids. Yeah. Yeah. So it works. But now you got dudes that have totally misinterpreted. Oh, well, steroids don't work. Okay, well then stop testing for them. See how that goes. If they don't work, if it's all just a mythology, some dudes, I guarantee a month from now, they're going to be saying taking steroids and performance enhancing drugs makes you weaker. That's what it.
That might be the new angle.
That will event. That
well, like I said,
if they make you weaker, then why ban them? Let everybody take them.
Yeah, it's like, well, no harm in taking them.
You know, yeah. What are you worried about?
See, that's why I don't like watch YouTube videos like that.
Yeah, so
because remember that shit you showed me?
Yeah.
And we thought this was really interesting. This did not surprise me in the slightest, by the way. But there was this whole thing with they were having a competition between dudes that didn't work out.
Yeah.
And women that did. Women that were like
women that were on steroids.
And women that were on steroids and that worked out and were like, you know,
bodybuilders.
Big, you know, bodybuilders.
Yeah.
And a couple of channels edited it to look like the dudes beat them anyway.
Yeah.
And then if you go back and look at the unedited footage, the women won pretty much everything. Yeah. The dudes got their asses
kicked. Yeah.
But it was like selectively edited to look as like, look, even like the strongest women can't beat a dude that doesn't even work out.
Yeah, I'm looking at
that's not how that happened.
I watched the edited versions and fucking you got a couple of girls on there that I fucking even talked to online who are fucking giant. They're fucking 200-pound girls. They're fucking 8% body fat. They're 5'6". They can fucking bench press probably 500 pounds. You know, they're fucking beasts, you know, stronger than a strong man, you know. And I'm like, how did she lose that event? It was edited. And
she didn't.
She didn't lose it.
No.
Yeah.
They just selectively edited it.
Yeah.
To look as though even these noodly dudes that didn't work out, or just like dudes with dad bods or whatever, like could beat these women that were bodybuilders. But that if you saw the unedited one, that was absolutely not what happened. The dudes got like their asses.
They had like 4 and 5 times the muscle mass. They were, you know, and it was conditioned. They were. It
was just really interesting.
Strong,
it was really interesting how shit can be edited to make it look kind of however you want. Because I was like, I watched the edited version too, and I was like, there's no fucking way. Like, those chicks would, like, wipe the floor with those dudes.
Yeah.
Like, I could beat those dudes' asses, and I'm not even a bodybuilder.
Yeah, and the girls that they were showing are bigger than me. You know? Bigger than me.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Like, I wouldn't fight them. Yeah, huge arms, fucking tall.
Yeah.
Muscle.
They would pound me into a crimson stain.
Not only were they outside the female envelope of physical performance, they were outside the male envelope of physical performance.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, these were very, very strong people.
Yeah, fuck you up.
So
now, does that mean women are as strong as men? No.
Well, like I said, everything
those
else.
Those were enhanced women.
Yeah, of course.
Fucking, they were on steroids. They worked out a lot. They're fucking far outside female parameters. They're not outside male steroid parameters. You put males on steroids and you trade them to the equal amount.
Yeah, the dude would probably win.
They're proportionally bigger. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
these were not dudes. These were
dudes that are on
these
steroids.
were just regular dudes that didn't work out.
Yeah, you're gonna get fucked up. Those girls will fuck you up.
They'll beat your ass.
Yeah.
Like, if you put them against, like, a big bodybuilder dude, most of the time the dude probably going to win because it's generally just, they're bigger. But, like, not just, like, a regular-ass dude with, like, skinny-ass little arms. Some of them girls,
their clits are bigger than your dicks. All those fucking androgens.
Yeah, man.
They're taking man-sized fucking steroid cycles. Getting big.
So, but like I just thought that was very interesting, the way that, because I didn't believe it when I first saw the edit. I'm like, there's no fucking way.
They still like women. A friend of mine is a trans man bodybuilder. I didn't know that it was a girl that had gone trans. That chick, when I saw at the club, and I didn't know that he was a trans man. And
he didn't like to tell anybody.
He didn't tell anybody. was weeks later.
Yeah, we didn't really find out.
He's like, oh, by the way, I thought he was coming out to me as he was gay. And I was like, okay, it's another gay bodybuilder. That happens all the time.
There are a lot of...
No, he's saying, I'm a girl. And I was like, oh, wow. No
he kind of came at it like sort of... Because I think he was afraid that...
Yeah, afraid I'd reject him.
That you would get upset.
Yeah. And when you first see that dude, I was like, fuck. That's a bruiser right there, man. That dude's looking for trouble. I was kind of like, he's going to fight. No,
he's super nice.
He was cool, super cool. And, you know, she just became a dude. She considers herself to be bisexual, though. Or he considers himself to be bisexual.
He has a girlfriend.
He has a girlfriend. She has a regular girlfriend.
They come out to Abyss.
Yeah.
They don't usually, he doesn't usually come to Barbarella, but he's usually at Abyss with his girlfriend.
Yeah. And I was like, he's going on, he goes, well, he's like, you know, this is just how I am now. You know, I can't go back now. I was like, wait, you thought about going back? Because I thought about it, but I can't go back. It's like, okay. Yeah, that's... Can't go back. Not with that amount of androgens in your body.
And the dude knows fucking everything.
Knows
like you guys think that like Tom is a wealth of information about fucking steroids and drugs and stuff like that. This dude is like,
oh, he knows everything.
Everything. You can ask him about literally any drug in existence, and he knows will, like,
all the drugs, and he can make some of them.
He would tell you all of it. He'd tell you all the side effects. He'd tell you this, that, and the other thing.
Yeah.
Like,
he'll try to get me on some weird ass experimental shit.
It's
I'm like, dude, I ain't taking that. He goes, man, you'll pick up 20 pounds. I guarantee you. I'll pay for it. I says, no, man, I'm not even taking that shit. It's just like weird fucking steroids that are like, they're not even very anabolic. They're not muscle building. They're just about androgenic, which is the male secondary sex characteristics. You know, dude, you'll get yoked as fuck. It's just all those androgenicity in you. And I was like, man, I don't know, man. That's very liver toxic. I mean, if it's basically Tren, it's a little bit stronger than Tren. But it's ever do that shit. And I was like, because it doesn't have the same side effects. And I said, yeah, but look at that. Look at those numbers for liver toxicity. He goes, yeah, it punches you in the gut. It fucked me up. But you're only on it for 3 weeks. And I'm like, nah, I ain't doing it.
You only got one liver, man. And we kind of drink a lot. So I'm kind of, look at the shit that I had happen with my pancreas with the GLP-1.
Yeah.
Which seems to have subsided at this stage. I'm drinking again, but, you know. I went like a whole ass week without drinking.
Yeah. So I got a girl.
I didn't miss it.
I got a girl that turned into a fucking street bruiser. All right. She's now a construction worker. Okay. And she's tough, man. She can fucking fight, you know what I mean? And trying to get me yoked as a motherfucker. I'll pay for it, man. just want to see what you look like with another 30 pounds on you. I'm going to make it anyway because she can get all the fucking... She can get all the raw materials to synthesize the stuff. She's run laboratories and stuff. And it's like, no, man, you just look great with 20 pounds. Jenny would love it. You know, no, man, I'll go slow. You know, and I'm older than she is. She's in her early 40s, but she's like, oh yeah, I forget that you're as old as you are. You don't look that old. Like I said, you know.
Yeah, I forgot you're like a grandpa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, man, that's fucking heavy dose.
Oh, Tanya got here. Hi, folks. Jenny, hope you're feeling better. Yeah, I do feel a lot better. Like I said, I didn't drink for a whole last week, and the shit went away. I'm hoping it doesn't come back. Like I said, I am drinking again, but I'm going to try to take it easy.
Classes talking about skill is more important to the event. Yeah, in some of the events, it is. Skills at the event. But especially things like throwing javelins, curling, you know, going down fucking skiing, that's skill. But some of those events are just about raw power. It's like lifting weights, you know, and that's steroids is fucking very conducive to that particular event. It depends on the event. I don't think it's that very good. Steroids probably wouldn't be that good for swimming. Okay.
No.
Now there are some drugs that could help you fucking oxidize or get oxygen through your blood. So there are some steroids that are pretty good at that. Like Winstrol's pretty good at endurance. that might help you in swimming. But there are other things. You see, when you say doping, or, it doesn't necessarily mean steroids. There was other things that they were taking that weren't steroidal compounds that can help of somebody in a certain specific event. There was one steroid that I used to love, Winstrol. It was just very good for endurance. You just could just go and go and go and go and run and run and run. Very good for that. But it didn't really build muscle.
CB says, we get female bodybuilders at the bar all the time because they want a small guy they can dominate.
That's weird because you don't really see that in gyms. You don't really see that online. Most of the
I don't see that much in real life.
Most of the female bodybuilders use Instagram.
I feel like bodybuilders kind of tend to hang together. Yeah. Like usually, like female bodybuilders have boyfriends or husbands that are also bodybuilders.
Yeah, most of the female bodybuilders are on Instagram, and they use Instagram as a dating tool. They don't do dating apps, and it'll kind of infer right there on their Instagram the pictures of them working out and them doing little modeling shoots and stuff, is that if you're gonna fucking hit her up for a date, you better be an IFBB pro. You're gonna be a professional bodybuilder. That's what they're looking for.
Well, there's nothing weird about that. It's like that's their main interest, and so like it stands to reason that they would want someone that was into the same shit.
It's the same thing as goth girls.
Yeah,
they'll use they're using Instagram as a dating tool. They're not going to respond to you, dudes that aren't goth.
No. Well, like I said, because what do we have in common?
Right.
Like if you're a gym rat, you want to hang out with other gym rats because you have something in common, right? You're going to do the same shit together. Like it's just like any other hobby or like interest. Or whatever.
And you'll see some of those girls, you know what I mean? They're fucking pushing 200 pounds. They're just fucking shredded. They're just bigger than a man. And you would think, oh, that chick will never get a fucking boyfriend. Then you see a photograph of her and her boyfriend. He's 320 pounds.
He's like
okay. She looks like a little girl next to him. That's so, you know what I mean? You're not even in the running. She's not even looking at you. She's looking at some dude that's a fucking, he's a monster. That's what she's into.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I think that's kind of true of most people, that they just kind of, that's why I think dating apps, while they're good for like just general shit, if you're just general or basic or whatever, but it's just kind of like, other than that, if you have like a really specific thing or hobby or something like that, you would probably do better to just look for people within that.
Yeah.
Like, especially if it takes up like a lot of your time or is a large part of your identity or whatever.
Yeah.
I feel like if you're just like trying to match with random ass people on dating sites, you're going to have a bad time.
Ones that dudes were shooting for a long time was this little chick named fucking Carrie June. You can find her on Instagram named Miss Carrie June. And she lives here in Florida. She's originally from New York. She looks fantastic. Very little body fat on her. Her little nickname was Mini Beast. And guys were throwing themselves at this chick. She's in her fucking 20s. She's married to a dude who's my size, about 5'5", 5'6", 5'7", right? I would think he's probably 5'6". He probably weighs about 170. He's pretty jacked, too. He's a millionaire and she's a millionaire. They own a fucking really nice fucking gym. I think it's in the Tampa area. They had a farm. It looks like Dr. Matt's place. They have a collection of giant monster trucks and shit. And she makes millions of dollars a year selling protein powders and shit to girls.
Yeah.
And online stuff. All right. And these guys are going, oh, she's so masculine. Look, you don't even have a shot at that.
Yeah.
Why do
you think they're crying about it?
Yeah. Why are you even fucking talking about her legs are too muscular? You should see what her boyfriend looks like, and you should see how much money they have and where they live. You're not even in consideration. Okay.
Yeah, it's like
you're fat.
She doesn't care about some incel chud like saying that shit about her.
Yeah,
online.
what the fuck are you talking about?
It's like, oh no.
Yeah.
Some loser who I don't even know.
Yeah.
Thinks that my legs are too masculine.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I have this like super hot jacked boyfriend. I have millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Whatever will I do?
Yeah, and they live on a big farm with huge fucking monster trucks and fucking giant fucking. I mean, she was jumping up and down at her new birthday present. He bought her like a monster truck for her fucking birthday present for her birthday, and it was like a custom monster truck from a custom shop. You know what I mean? It wasn't just a random monster truck. It was one that came out of some custom shop. You know, so you're talking about probably like a $500,000 fucking monster truck. You know, and she's jumping up and down on her. Yay! Yeah. And she's got a ridiculous fucking Brooklyn sounding accent for Florida. It just sounds super ridiculous.
Gramther says, "Are there any goth bodybuilders in the scene?"
Not in our scene, but there's goth bodybuilders.
There are a few.
Yeah, that's a new thing actually. Jen is kind of one of them, but they have younger ones that started off as kind of like more of a bodybuilders who got into the goth scene. They're not here in Florida that we've seen, but the bat tattoos and muscular legs and good upper body. You'll find them on Instagram.
Yeah, it's not unheard of.
Yeah, they're out there.
It's not super common, but it's not unheard of.
Yeah.
CB says, "Tom and Jenny, have you seen Rhea Ripley from WWE? She looks like a goth bodybuilder."
No, I haven't seen her, but no, they're out there.
Yeah. Tanya says, "Jenny, your natural hair looks awesome. Thank you very much." Yeah, then Klaus says, "Yeah, her hair is better than Tom's."
Yeah. Well, it's easy to be better than my hair. I don't have hair.
Well, yeah, that was the joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's getting there.
Her hair finally grew out.
It's getting there.
Yeah.
It's like pretty much all grown out at this point. Slightly different.
Yeah.
Length, but not too far off now. So I'm just gonna let
Show what you like without glasses, Jed. Pop your glasses off and
I gotta pop my glasses off.
Pop your glasses off.
Oh, look everything's blurry.
Yeah.
That's what I usually look like when I go out because I don't wear my glasses out. Because I don't ever need to look at anything close up.
Yeah.
Although last week, we kind of got in trouble last week because we got all the way there. And then Tom was like, "Oh shit, I can't find my credit card." And I was like, "That's okay. I got money on my debit. I'll just use my debit." So then like I forgot about it. And then at the end of the night, and no, I was not drunk. I did not drink anything except soda last week because of my pancreas issue. So at the end of the night, I was just like, "Oh shit, now I have to like do the tip and everything." And I'm just like, I couldn't see anything. So the bartender gives me the thing to sign. And I was just like, I just can't read it. I can't see it. I'm so fucking blind. It's like not even funny, you guys. But yeah, it's,
I think a lot of the goth girls that are jacked spend more time in the gym and on Instagram than they do in clubs.
Probably.
Yeah, because we don't see any of them in our scene. There might be an occasional one that might show up at the castle.
Yeah.
But we haven't been to the castle in a while.
Yeah.
But there's probably some that show up there.
And to be honest, I feel like most of the women in the scene that we know are in fairly good shape.
Yeah.
So whether they're not, I wouldn't call them bodybuilders, but it's like most of them are like in pretty good shape,
Yeah.
I mean? Dudes, it's kind of half and half.
Jen's probably about 3 years away from being recognizably a bodybuilder by looking at her. Because it takes time. It takes 4 or 5 years, really. And Jen's really only been doing it for a couple years.
Yeah.
So.
And I don't do like anything super stringent. Like it's only a couple times a week. You know what I mean?
Legs,
and mostly legs. I don't do much of them.
But most of your female bodybuilders now, they're not training for IFBB on stage shit. They're gym rats. And they're more training for Instagram and club cred. And really what looks best on light women is just a really fucking awesome lower body. Big Chun-Li fucking thighs, big butt, nice fucking calves, and decent upper body. You know, it doesn't have to be an overdeveloped upper body. But they have some girls that go for that, where they're going to try to train for an overdeveloped upper body, an almost male upper body.
Yeah, I don't really care about that. I just want just want my arms to be like not baggy.
Yeah, most women just want they don't want their arms to be baggy.
Yeah, like when you get old, like as old
as
me.
She's getting nice up. She's got.
And I don't do much arms, to be honest. I don't do much of my arms, but
you just don't want things hanging, and you don't want things fucking.
And my arms used to be super super flabby, so you don't like actually need to do that much. But like I said, I don't need to have big ass fucking arms or anything. Yeah. Because look, I already have pretty wide shoulders, so I don't really want to look even more like a linebacker than I already do. So. Yeah, like I said, I just want them not to be baggy.
Jen's getting nice legs, nice ass, and she's now starting to get a really nice core where the waist is starting to come in. She's only a few more pounds from having like a very noticeable fucking good core. If she loses another 10 pounds, which at the rate she's going, that may be a month or two. Because, like I said, we're not normal. We're enhanced, so we're on gear. We work out and we take GLP.
Yeah.
And we diet. So she's already lost 20 pounds in about 2 months.
Yeah.
That's fucking amazing. I've lost about 15 in 2 months. But my first month I was only running half doses. And I had a lot less to lose. And the less fat you have on you, the slower you lose it.
Yeah, because it's like a percentage.
Because it's going by percentage. Yeah.
And I'm happy that like on the GLP-1, like, you know, it's like I said, there's some side effects, but it pretty much all of the weight came off where I wanted it to come off. Like it pretty much all came off of my midsection, which is where I wanted it to come off of. Because that was where, for some reason, I'm like a dude like that, where it's just like all the weight wants to go to like my abdomen.
Yeah. When you're in your 50s, actually, when it starts really in your 30s, but by the time you're in your 50s, your chances of changing your body composition by natural means of working out and dieting is about 0. Because your blood sugar levels nothing works on you. You don't have the right testosterone or androgens, or you don't have the right estrogen levels, depending on if you're female or whatever.
I'm gonna get a drink.
So none of your hormonal levels are correct. Your blood sugar levels and your fucking insulin and shit is all fucked up. So you have to go to artificial means to regulate all this stuff, because as you get older, just your shit doesn't work. You know, it doesn't work. You can get it to work. You just got to add what you've been missing. Like if your teeth fall out, you got to put false teeth in. If your hormones fall out, you got to put hormones back in there. And you can use synthetic hormones that'll just do the same thing. Now, some people go, well, that's cheating. And I'm saying, well, that's life. Everything you do is cheating. Working out is cheating. Eating a bunch of protein is cheating. Fucking wiping your ass with toilet paper is cheating. Back in the day, you just had to use your hand. Everything is fucking cheating. We're now in the modern era, okay? Everything is done with biotechnology, technology, tools, and knowledge, you know. As you get older, you become biologically inferior, basically. And you have to fucking supplement yourself, you know. And even young guys, you know, Arnold all the way back in the 60s, well, we have to take supplements. Yeah, it's called steroids. Steroids and testosterone. Now, for 1 second, think that any of this shit you're seeing on fucking television is real. You know, don't for 1 second think that Marvel fucking Studios and the Marvel Universe isn't about fucking steroids and fucking biotechnology. That's what they're using. And, like I said before, in the steroid games that just happened the other day was the first attempt at honesty. Because that's what's been going on. It's been going on for fucking 60 years. Now, there's a Christian mentality in the West, you know, that if you do something good, there must be something bad that you have to pay for. Well, the side effects. Yeah, the side effects. You're gonna have side effects, but you can mitigate the side effects. Everything you do is gonna have ramifications, but it's not anything you can fucking get around. You know what I mean? Fucking, if you inject testosterone, there's gonna be repercussions, but there's also antidotes to the repercussions. So don't for 1 second think it's just one thing that you take as a standalone that cures everything. No, it's because it's called a stack, man. It's fucking 7 or 8 things that you're taking, and they're all fucking playing off of one another to give you kind of a synthetic fucking endocrine system. Damn, Jen, you looking good. Look at his legs. Man, Jen's legs are looking great.
Man, I got
one day we gotta make a new video one of these days.
I know, I was thinking about that.
We show off where you've been looking. Jen's looking, oh man, she's looking so good. Little feet getting
my little
cute.
feet.
Little feet getting cute.
I always had little feet.
Yeah.
I got little bitty feet. Weirdly.
What are they saying?
Talking about Klaus. I think he's kind of drunk already.
That bitch is always drunk.
When I drive to the store and get beers, I feel pretty ripped afterwards.
You're feeling ripped after that shit.
And then Tanya says, yeah, ripped off.
Yeah.
Yeah, how much are you paying for that beer?
Yeah.
I'm not a big beer fan, gotta say. I'll drink it if it's available. Not, I'm not saying that. It's just...
it's fattening. It's got a lot of calories in it.
That's true. I'm more of a vodka girl.
Yeah, hard liquors, less calories.
I like hard liquor.
More effective.
Zach says that...
But I do like it. It's good.
Yeah.
It's just that...
Depends on what kind it is.
Yeah.
I'm kind of picky.
I like good micro brewed beer, from a nice craft beers are good.
I like coffee stouts.
My favorite thing, actually, is called Black Velvet. All right? That's when you take like a stout black beer and you mix it 50-50. 50%, 50% with cider. Hard cider. And here in Florida, we had a place where they were doing microbrew fucking stout, black stout beer, and then a microbrewed fucking pear cider.
It was a pear cider.
Pear cider.
Yeah, the Falcon.
The Falcon had that.
That place is still open.
Yeah.
I just saw an ad for it to they're having some event there.
Yeah, they have events
That's
there.
a cool ass place.
It's a cool place, yeah.
It's so small.
Yeah, it's little.
It's tiny. A Starry Night played there.
Yeah, a long time
ago. They have bands play there, or they used to. And it's like the place you can fit literally maybe 30 people in there if you cram them. And also they have local artwork on the walls and stuff. It's in the Milk District. Yeah. And it's a tiny place. And their aesthetic is kind of slightly influenced by The Shining. They have all this shining wallpaper and stuff in the bathroom.
Yeah.
It's a cool place. We haven't been in a while. We used to go on Fridays because remember that DJ that used to DJ that played all that weird cold wave and shit like that? It was actually pretty awesome.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, I'll tell you.
Uberbahn. That was
Uberbahn.
That was what the night was called. It was Friday nights. I don't think they do that anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, Klaus, you come down here. We'll give you some of that Black Velvet.
Those were really good. And I'm not, like I said, I'm not a big beer person, but it's those were really good.
Bring Tanya down here, and me and Jen will steal your wife. Yeah. We pouring that Black Velvet nice and smooth down your throat. You get all drunk, and you'll be all up there fucking holding on to the bar, falling over. And then me and Jen would be like some vampires. We grab Tanya, we like off into the shadows.
I like the sound.
Yeah, it's because there's vampires.
That's the vampire sound.
Like, what the hell happened?
Where'd everybody go?
Yeah, and then we bring her back. She got a big smile on her face. What happened? She's I'll tell you about it later. I'll tell you about it.
And then she never does.
Yeah, and then she never does. Yeah.
But you're too drunk.
But me and Jen got pictures.
We're not going to show them to you, though.
No. We're not going to share. That's how
we're not as terrible as...
Predatory.
Yeah, well...
Predatory bitches.
I never thought of myself as a predatory person, but...
No, I'll turn around and she's got one. Working with it like a spider. And
I don't mean it like that.
The poor girl looking at me, she's like, I can't resist. This is okay.
I don't mean
just relax. Just
I don't mean
relax.
it like that.
She's gonna take care of
I
it.
kind of feel like I'm
She's
not
weaving
doing
away.
it like I get the vibe off them, and I'm just kind of vibing with them. I'm not like taking over or nothing.
That one little hottie fucking, you got mad. You thought it was Matt's girlfriend. It wasn't. But Jen jumped on her fucking a couple weeks later. And fucking, they're out there fucking making out. She turned back. She looked at me and she's like, "You guys are dangerous." And I was like, "It's okay. It's all right. Just
we
relax."
almost.
Yeah, we almost get that shit.
She was kind of like halfway to the door.
She's chickened out.
She's like, no.
You guys are dangerous.
That wasn't the first time that had happened though, because like I had made out with her before. Yeah, there was a thing where I can't even remember what her name is, to be honest. We see her at Abyss mostly. Yeah. She doesn't usually come to Barbarella, but she was at Abyss one night, and we were both pretty wasted, and so we were. I don't even remember what song was on, but we were just kind of like all dancing and like fucking doing this, and Tom was like, "Yeah," and I was just kind of like, "Yeah, cool, okay, whatever." And then like a couple months went by, I think. Yeah. And then she came back out, and I think it was Halloween or something. And I think she had like a costume on, or sort of. And I thought
she was slit way up the sides, so her legs and shit was coming out. She got big boobs and shit. She's cute.
Yeah, she's super cute, and she's super nice. And like she had a costume on, so she didn't look exactly the same.
Yeah.
And for some reason, I thought it was that bitch that you dated, quote unquote. Like
they do kind of look similar,
and their faces do kind of look like.
Yeah.
And I thought it was her, and I was like, "What is that bitch doing here?" I thought she was gone, or because I hadn't seen her since. And I didn't really, and maybe it's not fair. Like I didn't really know that girl, but just from what other people told me about her and like shit like that, I was just like, yeah, I don't really like her all that much, and I thought it was her. So I wasn't an asshole or anything like that, but I was just kind of like not interacting. And then like later on, like that girl like says to Tom, was like, "What's the deal?" Like I thought, she
what's she doing here? And I says, what?
And I was like, isn't that bitch that like that you were dating for a little while? That everybody else dated too, evidently, we found out later. Well, not everybody, but a couple other people did. You're like, no, that's that other girl. And I was like, oh, okay. So then that girl came to Barbarella. Yeah. Like probably a month or two ago.
I got a picture of her.
Oh, phone. You found one?
No, I got it on your other phone. I showed it before.
Yeah, that's right. And then for whatever reason, like I said, we're kind of drunk and we're out there dancing. And then they play that fucking, what's that 9 Inch Nail song? Closer, right? Which I usually don't dance to because I'm like, nah, come on now. I do like that song, but whenever they play that song, everybody's like, ooh, because like all the normies know that song too. So it's like, so everybody gets out on that. I'm just like, okay. So I might sit it out. But if I'm drunk enough, it kind of depends whether I dance to it or not. It's like a whole thing that I have to go through. So she wanted to dance to that song, and I was just kind of like, okay, so man, we were getting all into it. Yeah. And then and Tom was just like, well, yeah, like he was just like watching and shit, and we were just having a good time. I wasn't even looking at Tom. I was just kind of like just laser focused. And so we're just kind of like, oh yeah, we're gonna take her out to the car. We're gonna take her back to our house or whatever. And we was like, for real, like we got her almost like halfway out. We were like halfway out, and we're like, come on now. And then she was just like, no.
That's her.
And then she left.
That's her. Boobs and all. Look at that.
She's super fun.
Yeah, that's who she's talking about. Yeah.
She's super fun.
Yeah.
But they always chicken out.
They chicken out.
They always chicken
out. You guys are dangerous. And then like we remember you did. You guys are serious.
No.
It's like, yeah. Come on.
I mean, we're serious.
We're serious. But you started
But I thought you were serious too.
Yeah, like what the hell happened?
You know what I mean? But like I said, I'm not going to do anything that other people want to. If they want to tap out, it's fine. I'm not going to get mad about it or anything like that. But I'm not playing with you.
Yeah, Jen's not playing.
I'm not playing.
Yeah.
Like if I say, hey, let's go out to the car.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not fucking around. But
here's that.
But like I said, if you don't want to, then that's fine.
Zach sending pictures.
Not gonna make you.
Look at Zach with his beard. Zach, man, you're growing like a man's beard, bro.
Oh. Damn, Zach, you're becoming like fucking Jesus.
Yeah.
Superstar Jesus. Yeah. You're getting rid of the
Jesus Christ superstar.
Jesus Christ superstar coming at us.
I like it.
Yeah.
Merrick Military says, I'd like to recommend a topic for your weekly poll.
All right.
The coin shop murders.
Okay.
Nomadic serial killer who's linked to 11 homicides and multiple rapes across several states in the 80s and 90s. I don't think I've heard about that, actually, but I am going to write that down. Because I'm always down for, like, more unidentified serial killers. As long as they don't come after me. I wonder if any actual, like, uncaught serial killers ever watched one of our shows. That kind of freaks me out thinking about that every now and then. Klaus says, what about Anders Breivik? We did a show about him.
Did a show already.
Yeah, a long time ago. Zach says, Jenny got a Halloween costume idea for you. Vampire Marlena Dietrich. I kind of like that. I don't know if anybody would know what it is, though.
They would recognize it.
I think we're doing barbarians this year. Well, you're doing barbarians, which means I probably have to also do barbarians. I was thinking about doing, like, barbarian / maybe werewolf.
I got to get that fucking shit done, though.
But you got a while.
Yeah.
Well, but don't sleep on it because it'll catch up. See, because I do that every year. I'm just like, oh, I got plenty of time. And then suddenly I'm like, oh my God, it's fucking, it's like October. What the fuck? I'm like, I haven't even started. So yeah, that kind of happens. It sneaks up on me like every fucking year. I don't know why. Because the older you get, like the faster time goes. I think that's what it is. So it's like, it's already, like Monday is already June, y'all. So it's just kind of like almost fucking summertime. And then before you know it, it'll be my birthday. And then it'll be fucking Halloween. Then it'll be fucking holidays again. Honestly, I know this is terrible, but I hate this time of year. I hate spring. I hate summer. I know people that live in places where they have actual winter. Maybe they're just kind of like, oh, yay, it's spring and it's warm now and shit. But it's like, I'm in Florida where it's hot most of the time. So it's just like, I'm like, oh, yay. Now it's that time of the year where it's going to be like fucking hot as balls, like for months and months at a time. So I'm just like waiting until autumn comes again, even though it'll still be hot in fall, but it'll be less hot slightly. I just kind of like to stay in the house all summer long. You know what I mean? Gramter says, is Abyss also a swinger bar when it's just good times?
No.
Or does the fun only happen on goth nights?
Nothing swinger.
Honestly, like good times is like a legit, it's just like a sports bar.
Yeah, it's a sports bar.
Like literally the first time we went there, like when Dimitri was like, oh, you know, we're having a new night, it's Abyss, I designed the flyers and all this other stuff, but I hadn't been there. He's like, you got to come early because I'm going to come early and we're going to, you know, set everything up and figure out what's going on. So we got there early the first night, and when we were first there was like a band playing, which was like a cover band, and then there were all these like old boomers in there like watching this band, and I was just like, oh my God. And I was like, we have made a terrible mistake. But to be honest, the business, from what we've heard from the bartenders, like is not doing well. Like they don't get much traffic during the week or anything like that, and really the goth night is the only night that like it's full.
Yeah, they like that night. Yeah.
And people actually drink and like spend money. So they don't mind, like they don't mind accommodating the weirdos, but yeah, normally it's like a sports bar. And honestly, there's like a little bit of a dance floor and there's a stage for bands to play and shit like that, but it's mostly like a restaurant. There's like tables and stuff like in the back part, and there's like a big patio out back, which is actually nice. But it's not a place that you would normally go, because like I still am not entirely 100% comfortable there. Even still, like after all this time, what will usually happen a lot of times by the time we get there, I feel like the people that were regulars there, if they had such a thing, I feel like they know now that, you know, the first Friday of every month, it was what it is the goth night, and most of them have cleared out by the time we get there at 9:30 or 10 or whatever, and a couple of them will stay. And sometimes, because Dimitri will usually play kind of like some 80s, like some, you know, new wave, dark wave, post-punk kind of stuff, like early in the night, like, you know, Ciarra, Echo and the Bunnymen, like stuff that people would know, Depeche Mode. And so sometimes people will be like, hey, I know this song, or like, I like this music. So sometimes some of them will stay. But we haven't had too much trouble with them being super obnoxious, though. Not so far.
Okay, they were asking about goth female bodybuilders. This is one of the ones that I follow. So they're out there.
Yeah, they do exist. Like I said, you don't see a lot of them out, but like I said, most of the women in the scene like are in shape. I wouldn't call them bodybuilders, but they all like pretty much look good.
Yeah.
Even the older ones like are all in decent shape. Like I said, the dudes, it's kind of half and half.
Yeah, a lot of the dudes are out of shape. The younger ones are more out of shape than the older ones, because the older ones, if you're still out, it's probably because you still look pretty good,
with a few exceptions.
Yeah,
but you know,
but no,
yeah. Interestingly, like a lot of the older dudes, I don't know about a lot of them, but probably like 75% of the older dudes that still come out, like look good still, like you know, they're still in shape. They still dress cool. You know what I mean? Or at least, you know, don't look dumpy. So that's something. But I don't know. Like the standards are always higher for women. You always have to like look better. You always have to look good. So, and I feel like they don't, like dudes don't have the same standards. Like they can kind of come out looking like they just rolled out of bed and no one will really say anything.
Yeah, but they end up falling to the bottom.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
But no one's going to like shun them.
Yeah, anything. No. Let's see if I...
But yeah, so... And honestly, the most fun, like the other club we go to, which is, you know, at the Axe Trap, I feel a lot more comfortable in that place, even though technically that's not really a club either. It's kind of... Well, it's an axe throwing venue, and it's also a bar, and they have food, too.
Yeah.
So kind of like, I mean, Good Times does all... But it's not a sports bar. And it's kind of a slightly different clientele.
That's that same girl, just in better lighting.
Yeah, so it does...
It's there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there definitely is like a small subset.
Yeah.
I kind of feel like it's more of a thing now than it used to be, just because there's more bodybuilders now. Like it's more normalized now than it used to be. Yeah. I kind of feel like if you're a bodybuilder like in the 80s or 90s when we were growing up,
that's odd shit.
Then it was weird. You know what I mean? You wouldn't see that.
How could you ever say that's not a feminine look?
Yeah, and like
it's ridiculous. Yeah. That bitch is feminine as shit. This is that same girl that I just showed you.
But see, whenever you hear dudes complaining about that, they're just intimidated because that chick could kick their ass and also wouldn't want anything to do with them.
Yeah, she's extremely hot.
They're just hating.
Very hot and very good athletic body. You know, but that's not a male body. When a dude is jacked, he doesn't look that way. Like I could never get that shape. That only a female could have that shape. So I don't know where these dudes see a little bit of muscle and go, oh, that's like masculine. You look at that dude and he's fucking nothing.
Well, that's why they're saying that. They're just jealous.
Yeah, like that looks masculine to you because you're like a ball of nothing, really. There's no insertions on you, no fucking shape. You're a ball of lard. You know what I mean? So yeah, that looks masculine compared to you. But not compared to me, you know.
Well, like I said, every single time
everything is...
I see some dude saying some bullshit like that online, I'm picturing a 300-pound dude with no chin and no neck sitting in their mom's basement with Cheeto dust all over that. That's who I'm picturing. That's who I'm picturing.
Yeah.
And I'm sure 9 times out of 10
way too masculine.
Yeah, that's who I'm picturing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, and that's why I don't care, like what people say about anybody online. CB says, I hate it when the bar does swinger night because the dudes always get the hump when their wife, girlfriend have sex with another person and start really enjoying it. Yeah. we don't really have the swinger nights at our clubs. I'm sure that some are like that. Like I said, I kind of feel like the swinger thing is usually at Secrets, and we don't go there.
Yeah, we don't go to Secrets. We've been invited, but it's
too expensive, man.
They want a lot, and
like I know a couple people that go there.
Of trouble.
I know a couple people that go there, but it's like there's not enough overlap for me to be like, it would take me a while to like go there and like get the lay of the land and like see what kind of people are hanging out there and shit like that. You know what I mean? Because when we go to the Axe Trap, after, because we get there about 9:30 because we get there as soon as they open, pretty much. Or they're open all day, but as soon as the Barbarella night starts. So we get there at 9:30, and we know all the bartenders. We know, like, people that work there and shit like that. We know most of the people that go there. So it's just kind of like, you feel like you're just at home. I'm completely comfortable there. I'm not, and usually there's not people there like fucking around, or sometimes there will be, because sometimes over in the axe throwing part, you can reserve that, like, for birthday parties and whatever. And sometimes there's some spillover. Like, there'll be a birthday party and it's still going, like, by, like, 9:30, 10, when the club night starts. And sometimes those people are kind of obnoxious. And it's like, oh, it's 80s. Like, I know this song. And, like, and they'll come over and dance and be dicks. But it's pretty rare. It does happen and it's annoying. But usually they leave. Like, before, like, I think, like, a couple weeks back, or probably, like, a month ago, we had a thing where some of them had hung around, and they were just kind of, like, hanging out, and they were just, like, watching people, and then, like, kind of making fun of people dancing, and they were kind of being douches. They didn't do anything really, like, directly, but they were kind of, like, you could tell they were kind of, like, making fun of people. And, the weird thing was, like, they were doing that, and then, as we do, everyone just ignored them, because I was like, they just want attention, so don't give them any. And then they left, but then, like, later on, they came back.
Yeah.
Like, much later in the night, like, they came back, and then they just kind of stood there watching, and I'm just like, what the fuck, man? Like, piss off.
Okay, look, this is one of the most famous bodybuilders in the world. Her name is Vivi Winkler, and she's from Brazil, and she's also, like, a carnival queen where she gets on top of the floats and everything. So the female bodybuilders of today do not look like the female bodybuilders of the 80s. They're trying to actually accentuate the female form. And she's big, she's on gear, but she's not. See, that's still within the female realm. I mean, I think she looks great. She looks strong. She looks very female. What do you think, Jay?
Yeah.
From what you can see. I mean, it's just not the way it was. When you say female bodybuilder, a lot of times people are not imagining the way it really is right now. This is what we're talking about. Okay.
Grandpa says, when I was at the Villages, that's right, the local newspaper listed 3,000 clubs people can join. No goth club, but I did find an Edgar Allan Poe reader club, so close enough. I mean, yeah, I kind of feel like that's where all the goth people would go. Seriously, you've been to the Villages and I haven't. Like, I've just heard about the Villages.
I've been by the Villages and heard about the Villages. The Villages are legendary.
Yeah, everybody knows.
Yeah. You get in trouble at the Villages.
You want to hear something funny? Okay. So one of my clients, I'm not going to say what his name is, but he runs a talent agency in Orlando. And so he has, so he does, like, he's an agent for models and actors and all that kind of stuff. And he does all different ages. So kids, teenagers, families, seniors, whatever. And so I was doing some shit for him this week, like making some like little email blasts, like animated email blasts and shit. And so he sent me a bunch of photos. He was doing one that was targeted specifically to seniors because they do have like, people that are older that they need them for like commercials, like or print ads or whatever. And so he sent me a bunch of pictures of seniors to like to put in the stuff, and every single one of them was taken in front of a wall that said like the Villages like over and over on it. And I was like laughing my ass off. So I was like, so I guess like all of these people live in the Villages, and they were like out there taking pictures of all of them. And it's like they're trying to get some gigs and commercials or whatnot. But I don't know if this is still the case, but I have heard that the Villages had like one of the highest levels of like STDs in the United States. But I don't know if that's still true or not.
All those fucking retired people getting down.
Like I said, the older you get, the less you give a fuck.
The less you give a shit.
I mean, I do not want an STD. So I'm still going to be cautious in that regard, obviously, but it's just kind of like, evidently them not so much. You know? They're all naked and in the fountain, and that's what we heard, right? That they're all like fucking running around in the fountain with all their clothes off or whatever. Oracle says some men just can't handle an Amazon.
Yeah, right. They just can't handle Amazon. I fucking love it, Amazon. I got broken to that in high school. Dating fucking that Swedish girl. She was like 6'1". Well, yeah. Yeah. I'm like 5'6". She's 6'1".
Why wouldn't you?
I feel like a big game hunter.
And as we've said before, I kind of feel like I know short dudes like cry about how hard it is out there for a short man, but it's like
it's harder for tall women.
Tall girls have like a way harder time.
Yeah.
I've known a few in my day, like I'm short as fuck, but it's just kind of like,
yeah.
I knew some girls in high school and later on that were like 6 foot plus. Whoo, holy crap. They had a really hard time. CB said, I used to go to a place called Hostel. It was a fantastic fetish bar, but got shut down in 2008 because the owner turned out to be a serial rapist.
Oh,
that's great, isn't it? Zach says, if y'all ever visit Indianapolis, I should take y'all to Club Indy, even if it is a gay bathhouse. Oh, I will totally go to a gay bathhouse. I have no issue with that at all. That'd be a lot of fun, actually.
Dude, we're gonna make a video there.
Yeah. We'll film it if we're allowed. I mean, you know what I mean.
Go down there and make a video. We'll fucking live stream that shit.
We did.
We'll put on some fucking Gavin Friday.
Get some pink heart-shaped balloons.
Yeah, we'll have a whole fucking platter full of poppers and fucking cocaine and fucking shots and shit.
Better be some
and
big
fucking
cocaine.
Giallo shots. Fucking bubble bath. Big fucking disco ball.
Tom's already picturing it.
Yeah, I'm picturing that shit already. He's got my underwear picked out.
He's already got his
underwear
picked out.
Yeah.
Is it some of your...
Make a video. I'll have fucking Zach behind me fucking shaving my back.
That's a job.
Make a whole music video.
Right now.
Make a whole music video. Yeah.
I'm sure there's...
Zach's like, man, I ain't serving you. You know, I used to...
Yeah, I got it.
Make it my valet.
What's the over-under on how profitable back shaving videos are?
Back shaving videos? I don't know. We'll make a back shaving video.
Yeah, you want to?
Mini vids. Gay man shaves straight man's back.
Sure.
Sexual straight back shave. Shit like that. Some shit like that. We'll have a whole interdimensional fucking thing. You know what I mean? Like they had whole porn events where the lesbian performers had to have straight sex with dudes. Some of them would do it, some of them wouldn't do it. That was another thing that was going on for a while. Just to see what they would do.
Just to see
how it would work. Yeah.
I mean, it would work the same as usual. It's just kind of like one of them probably wasn't enjoying it all that much. They really want to do
it, yeah.
They're just kind of like, I'm just doing this for the money. I'm not really into it.
That one lesbian performer, she got kicked out of the industry for a while. She was cool too. I just can't remember her name off the top of my head because she wouldn't have sex with a trans female. She's like, no, it's a man. and they fucking booted her for that. But that probably blew over. I'm trying to remember what that chick was, what her name was. She was a cute, soft, butch chick that was a famous porn star who just has sex with straight girls, basically.
Well, I mean, if you're making porn, I kind of feel like
she wouldn't. She didn't want anything to do with men. They're like, okay, what about a trans girl? You're like, nope, it's got a dick. So
Well, like I said, if you're making porn, you can kind of be like, you can have preferences. That's all right.
Well, I would think that people under contracted fucking work should have a choice of what it is they want to do. So I didn't agree with her being banned for that. She didn't want dick, then fucking don't force her to do it.
That's what I mean. It's just, unless you signed a contract that said, hey, you're going to do anything the company tells you to do.
No, I thought...
then you should be able to...
They had her down bad.
Especially something like that.
That's not what she agreed to. That's like taking a straight performer, some dude, and saying, if you don't have sex with this other dude, then fucking you're out. What the fuck? They've never done that to a dude.
Well, no, they wouldn't do it to a guy.
No, they would never do it to a dude.
But like I said, if you're doing porn, you're allowed to have fucking preferences, right?
Mm-hmm.
Gramther says the Villages is a must-see. The sprawl is unreal.
Is it? Yeah.
So the town of Wildwood is a sorry rundown Florida small town. Then suddenly, boom, $1 million homes and beautiful golf courses for as far as the eye can see. Yeah.
Klaus just says trans? Yeah, but what about the context, bro? Trans, yeah, trans.
He's just drunk and repeating words that we said.
Yeah. Yeah.
Zach says about the the gay bathhouse.
Yeah.
They have a really nice pool over there with God knows what number of cooties in it.
Oh, there's all kinds of cooties. Dude, there's fucking gay cooties all over the walls, gay cooties on the floor.
I have a strong immune system. I'm sure I'll be able to.
I'm just going to fucking wear my fucking shower shoes, man. Wear flip-flops. You're in there. Go down in that hot tub with your flip-flops. All right? You don't want anything touching.
Yeah, it's like...
Just don't want anything touching. Yeah. I
Like
know
I said.
you don't care. You don't care about gay cooties. You're jumping in head first at the gay cooties.
We could all use some gay cooties.
Yeah, gay cooties. See, they don't have cooties up in Norway. They don't know what cooties are.
Cooties.
Cooties. Klaus, do you know what a cooties are? We're Tanya. Tanya, tell him what cooties are.
Yeah, is that a concept?
They don't have that concept in Norway.
Is that a concept that you have?
No. It's called cooties.
Do y'all remember
Cooties? Cooties.
Do y'all remember y'all old motherfuckers like
Cooties.
us that grew up in the 70s?
Mm-hmm.
They had a game called Cooties.
Yeah.
And you built like these big bugs. Like I don't even remember what the point of the game was because I don't think I ever played the actual. I had it. I don't think I ever played the actual game though. I think we just like put the cooties together.
Klaus says they know they have cooties.
Yeah, they know what cooties.
What do they call cooties in Norway? Do they use the word cooties, or do they have a do you guys have a Norwegian word for cooties? Cooties are just any kind of just like you touched it, so therefore it's dirty. I don't want to touch it. It's just cooties.
Yeah,
cooties.
Well, yeah, it's like when you're a little kid. Like little boys think little girls have cooties.
Yeah, you touch that girl. Ooh,
ew.
Even though we didn't really believe cooties, we just pretended to believe a
cootie shot. Cootie shot.
Yeah, cooties. Because we'd be kissing them same girls later.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
He says, I'm sure I'm pronouncing this wrong. Glancy Crick?
Glancy Crick, yeah.
Yeah. So like cooties, yeah.
The cooties, yeah.
That reminded me, man, when we were at fucking Disney's Hollywood Studios a couple weeks back with my sister, and we went on the Toy Story ride, which is cool actually. You get in this little thing and like it's kind of like a fairground shooting gallery, but it's also kind of a ride. And in the line going into the ride, it's like all this really cool like old school toys, like, you know, Barrel of Monkeys and Uno and like pretty much like all these old like Mr. Potato Head and all this other kind of stuff. And it's like it's really cool, like the line. And one of the posters that they had was this game called Ants in the Pants, and I had completely fucking forgotten about that game. And we had that when I was a kid.
Yeah.
It was like, it came in this big box about that big, and it was a pair of pants that were made of plastic, like a little pair of jeans that had, I think they had like suspenders on them, but I can't remember if they were cloth or plastic. And then you had these different colored ants. They were like these plastic things, and they kind of had their legs apart like that, and you kind of squished them together like that, and you could like flick them, and you were trying to get them into the pants. And I had completely forgotten that we had that toy until I saw that on that ride. And it just brought back like all these fucking memories. It was fucking hilarious. Granther says, one time I got into a natural hot spring in the desert of Oregon where a couple had just been. Their smegma was floating on the surface as I got in.
Damn.
Oh. Hopefully, I mean, tell me you didn't see it before you got in there, because I kind of feel like, oh, I'd have been like wanting a hazmat suit.
Yeah.
That's fucking gross. Yeah, Tani says we don't have cooties here.
They have cooties? No, that's Glency.
It's too cold for cooties.
Yeah.
Maybe it's too cold for cooties. It's hot down here, so cooties like proliferate. This is a good environment for cooties because it's so hot and humid. Yeah. Klaus says you mean ants in the pants because I remember that game. Okay. Yeah, I do too. Zach says, I'm sure Tom will be singing a different song when he gets eye gonorrhea.
God damn. And this is being told to me by the gay Jesus. Gay Jesus telling me about smegma, cooties, and eye gonorrhea.
Well, Granther's actually told you about.
Oh, it was Granther's? Okay, I thought that was that.
And then Zach said about eye gonorrhea.
Yeah, eye gonorrhea.
It was two, yeah.
Okay,
it was
yeah,
two different.
gonorrhea.
It was two different comments.
Gay Jesus. I'm calling him gay Jesus.
Granther says, I didn't see it until it was too late. Then I was committed.
Yeah.
Like, did you at least kind of try to? Ew, I can't even imagine. That's like grossing me out even thinking about it.
Damn.
I'm not grossed out by a lot of stuff, but that's pretty fucking gross.
He's into all this shit, and he listens to Fleetwood Mac too.
Who's Zach? Well, Zach.
Yeah, he listens to Fleetwood Mac.
What does Fleetwood Mac have to do with eye gonorrhea?
No, it's all just coming together into one picture. In one picture of Zach. His retro 70s fucking retro 70s fucking record player vibes with the fucking.
Can I say
I could just picture Zach now that I seen new pictures of Zach, him as Jesus with the record player in front with Fleetwood Mac going in front of the fireplace with a bunch of fucking bearskin rugs and shit rolling around gay.
Can there be a fondue pot in there somewhere?
What's that?
Fondue pot?
Fondue pot and everything from the 1970s. Calling in all his gay lovers and shit to listen to his fucking stereo.
Having a key party?
With key parties. With all that fucking cooties. Cooties everywhere. And these are gay cooties.
It's like cootie
gay cooties worth like 2 or 3 regular cooties. It's like 2 or 3 magnum gay. Zach, you gotta send me a video of this, man. We're gonna monetize that shit. I know that kink at that level be worth some money. You are literally sitting on a gold mine with that hairy ass of yours. You are literally sitting on a gold mine. We're gonna make all kinds of money with this. It's gonna be like, yeah. We'll put that shit up on mini vids. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
And fuck OnlyFans. We're gonna go straight to mini vids and clips for sale. Okay, that's the fucking crack house. That's the crack house of fucking porn, fucking selling.
I quite liked mini vids. It was a lot.
Mini vids is more direct.
Yeah, well, and they were a lot. I mean, they were still stringent. You had to still show who you were and all that. They're kind of
less restrictive.
But it was less restrictive than Well, because OnlyFans is like so famous.
Yeah.
That it's like every motherfucker trying to get on there, and it's like a million years to like even
the most ghetto is clips for sale.
See, I don't even know that one.
No, clips for sale.
Ooh,
that's because I've been talking about it.
What are you doing, Tom?
I don't know. See,
you're fucking my light though.
That's weird, isn't it? Yeah, clips for sale is like
that was weird.
That's down in the hood. All right, that's just you happen to be just getting laid. You pull your phone out and just record some chick blowing you, and you put that shit on.
And then you just put it on there.
Yeah, I think they're kind of like real lackadaisical about fucking background checks in terms of like who that is. Some of that shit, I was like, wait a minute, hold on. Like, some of that shit that I've come across that came off of that, I'm like, you couldn't really see that person real clearly. How do they know who that actually
Which,
is?
yeah, like I said, on many vids, which is what we
Yeah.
usually used, they were very, very stringent. One
About who
time,
that was,
I
yeah.
put up a video that was just me, but it had Tom's voice in it because he said something like off camera.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't let me upload it because of that. You're doing it again.
Yeah.
Why are you doing that?
I'm gonna fucking
Smack it or something. Chicken fucking light went out. That is a brand new light.
Okay, it's all right. All right.
All of it. Okay, so we have like
Okay.
a bunch of the ring lights, and we have like all these kind of colored lights, like in here, in the bedroom, and everything. And they all come with little remote controls, and all the remote controls kind of fuck with each other. So sometimes, like if Tom like changes the color of the lights in the bedroom, it'll change the color of the lights in here too. So sometimes I'll be like, why did my lights just turn blue? What's that? What's going on? So, but nobody's in the bedroom right now that I know of, unless Pookie's sitting on one of the, maybe Pookie's sitting on one of the remotes or something.
We don't need to get residuals from mini vids. If somebody buys a video, we get paid.
Yeah, you just put stuff up and then if somebody buys it, like you get money, but it's just like I don't think anybody's bought anything. We haven't put anything up there for like a couple of years.
See, this is the thing: is that people think you just put something off and you can make a living off it. No, you got to constantly be fucking posting, and then you got to constantly be on fucking Twitter or X, fucking stirring the pot. That shit to get attention and to sell anything, you gotta fucking really work. You know, it's not
it's a fucking job.
It's not easy money. You could have fucking fantastic performers and everything doing all kinds of fucking wild shit. It wouldn't be noticed.
There's so much
there's
content.
So much of it.
There's just so much on there.
Yeah.
It's really hard to like stand out.
What sells is like very specific niche stuff.
Yeah. Better to go. I feel like it's better to go niche than general.
Yeah.
Because if you just go general, you're never going to compete. Ever. Because there's so much stuff out there already. You better pick something that's like very, very niche and like just hit that really hard.
One of the top dudes on Clips for Sale for a while, who was constantly being in the #1 slot, and people were talking about. They were even mentioning his name. People knew him. He was a black dude up in San Francisco, who had a nice car, who knew all the strippers and all the hookers, and some of the porn stars too. And he would drive around and pick them up in his car, and they would blow him in his car. And you never saw his face. He would do it all from his phone. And the prices were pretty low, like $10 to buy the video. He was #1. And he made a lot of money.
I guess because it was kind of illicit.
Because it was niche.
Yeah.
It's a dude picking up hookers and having them blow him in his car.
Yeah.
And they would go through the whole registration process of they knew their ID and it got them approved, so the video would get kicked back. Some of them were strippers from the San Francisco area, and some of them were porn stars from the San Francisco area. But a lot of them were just like street walking hookers. That level. Like, there she is.
Did he ever do a video where he went to like the doctor to get like an STD test?
No. But I don't know if everything was a setup, because I'm sure it was, because he had to register her.
Yeah, because you can't just put any motherfucker on there. They have to like verify their age and all that other kind of stuff.
And he hit him more than once. But I don't know if he warned her that he was coming by that day. I'm sure
I would imagine probably. Because like I said, if you're doing that and you're monetizing it, that would be a real dick move to like not.
He probably drove by, says, okay, I'll be back in about 15 minutes. I'm going to come pick you up. We'll make a video. She's all right. He'd probably break her off for extra money.
That's what I mean. Like, but he'd have to give her like a little bit extra, I would think.
And she's already working.
Because she'd have to give her permission.
Right. And then they pull off and fucking behind some shit. And he was like the #1 dude.
Like I said, it's funny because that's, as far as shit goes, that's pretty basic.
Basic. Yeah.
But I guess people like the illicit angle of it, maybe.
Yeah.
Because I kind of feel like people like that, like they're doing something that's like not really legal.
Yeah, it wasn't anything high production. He was picking up hookers. in most of the videos. Yeah. And you look at him, you go, yeah, that's a hooker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, I remember you telling me a while back that dude that you knew that was that him and his wife did porn, and he said like a big category was disinterested hand job.
Disinterested hand job.
Which I thought was like super funny.
Yeah, he's making videos like that.
That really never would have occurred to me, but it's like I can kind of see it.
Yeah, they're watching television. She's watching television, fucking giving him to do the hand job, and he's all into it. She's not into it. Disinterested hand job.
She's like on her phone with this hand. Like,
talking to somebody else. Yeah.
And like I said, the funny thing about it is that I was watching Brandon Tenold like on YouTube, who is like this really funny Canadian dude that he reviews like he riffs on shitty movies, like, and he's a big MST fan. So I always watch his videos, and one of his patrons is named Disinterested Hand Job.
Yeah, okay.
And it's like, and it's in the end credits,
That's
and that
funny.
like cracks me up every fucking time I see it.
Yeah.
Because that never occurred to me that would be a thing, but apparently that's a thing.
Things are always going in and out of fucking vogue.
Yeah.
In that shit. You got to be on top of the game.
It's fascinating. It's fascinating what... And really, it's never anything that you would think of. Like, it's always some random... And it really doesn't ever seem that weird or that... It's just, oh, this is a thing that's trending now for whatever reason.
Yeah, it'll go for a little while and then it'll change something.
Yeah, and it's like, and it's never anything like super strange or anything like that. It's just always, but it's always kind of specific, but it's not that weird.
Well, some shit is constantly high value in its stage. I mean, and a lot of that would be illegal.
True. But
we're talking about shit that's legal. You know what I mean? And it's just kind of different themes coming in and out of vogue. And then you end up with a situation kind of like YouTubers where they're chasing certain topics because of algorithms. So there's a lot of that happening.
Which it's like, man, that always seemed like too much fucking work to me.
It's a lot of work.
It is. Like I said, it's like a whole ass job.
Yeah, and here's the thing.
And there's thousands and thousands of other people doing the same shit you're doing.
You're going to be working fucking a lot and working hard and doing all this crazy shit and recording fucking many times a week to make a lot of these videos, and chances are you'd probably have a hard time making $60,000 a year. You can make a lot.
I mean, that's generous.
That'd be generous, yeah. It'd be easier.
And that's bullshit.
Be easier to work construction.
Economy. Yeah. A lot less stressful, that's for sure.
Now, there are some creators there at the very, very top, but that's like 1% of them.
Yeah. I mean,
they're always in and out.
Yeah, the vast majority of people that are on any of those platforms, even OnlyFans, don't make enough to live on.
Mm.
It's a tiny,
they make
tiny,
enough to
tiny
help them make the bills.
Yeah, but most of them have to have jobs.
Yeah,
they're just doing that on the side.
The making video is actually more like making an advertisement. The guys that are really into it for a business that I've talked to, like fucking dudes, chick's husband who manages his wife. The main thing you use video for is to get your name out there so people will recognize you on fucking a streaming service like StreamMate. You'll make more on StreamMate
because you're a known quantity.
Because you're a known quantity, yeah. And then there's also escorting angles.
Yeah.
Fucking where once a month she might fucking go on a date with some dude, and she might get anywhere from $500 to $1,000 for a couple hours work for some dude, and that's more than what they made on videos. Yeah, but they're still working those other angles, videos and StreamMate.
Yeah,
StreamMate, you can make a living on it,
but you have to.
But you got to be on it all the time.
You have to be on there like a full-time job.
Yeah.
And most of it's just sitting around.
Yeah, and you're gonna find all the porn stars on there. So Anita Hartley on there. Nina Hartley streaming, and fucking classic porn stars, they're on there. And they'll jump in for a few hours and make a few $100 and then jump back out and then jump back in, make a few $100, you know. And there are some girls in Colombia that'll be on there for fucking 12 hours a day.
Yeah, they'll just sit there.
Yeah, and
like all day long.
Yeah, and she maybe made $200, but in Colombia, that's a lot of money.
Yeah. So it's a grind. Like anything else, it's not easy.
Yeah.
Money is.
You get sick of it. You get sick of that shit.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Speaking of escorts, did you talk about the?
Oh yeah, yeah. Shit. I'm not even in the mood for talk about that. I was at the biker bar today, and a fucking dude comes in. He's in his 60s, and he's with some chick who's looks like she's in her early 40s. He kind of looks like shit. She looks pretty good, and I'm going like, that's an escort. And fucking, he's all attentive and shit, and I'm all like, boy, he's simping. And fucking, Amy comes over and she goes, you see that shit? It's like, yeah. This gotta be an escort. She goes, oh, no. They just got married. I'm like, what? Because, they just got married.
Yeah, he was sending me like surreptitious like photos and like videos.
Yeah, like,
I think this is an escort. He keeps sending me.
Dude, brought an escort in here. It's a pretty good looking redhead.
I couldn't see her too good because, like, you know, he was trying not to.
And I was like, it's got to be his daughter. And she's like laughing. She's like, no. And she goes, she's got money. She's rich. And I was like, she is? She goes, yeah.
Tom's like, ooh, I'm going to go over there.
No, she's got money too. And I said, okay, well, I guess they're happy. She goes, yeah, they seem to be happy.
All right,
and I said, she okay? She goes, oh, yeah, she's cool. She could be anything. She's a biker chick. She's fucking goes mountain climbing. She does all kinds of stuff. And I was like, all right. But I thought it was an escort. It looks very suspicious to me.
Yeah, we've had that happen. Interestingly, we've had that happen at Barbarella a couple times, where it's just like, where it's like no one we know. I mean, we do know one guy.
We know dudes that brings them. Yeah,
who brings an escort, but he's kind of known for that.
Yeah, he shows it off.
And he's just like, he's not hiding it.
Yeah.
But a few times, there's been an older dude that we didn't know.
Yeah.
That brought somebody to the bar and we're like, that is absolutely.
That is an escort, yeah. He looks like grandpa, and this is like his granddaughter.
And she's just like, yay! She looks like super excited.
She's having
like,
too much fun. And
no one is that excited to be hanging out with their grandpa.
Yeah, and you're like, I bet you that's a Disney chick. I bet you she works for Disney.
Like trying to get some.
Because she does the whole fucking.
I'm like, she's doing a good job.
Clapping and dancing and shit.
I wouldn't be able to fucking do that.
Yeah. I'm like, I bet you that's a Cinderella. I bet you that's one of the Cinderellas from fucking.
You don't get paid enough.
Wonder how much she's making.
Money on the side, man.
Yeah.
Like I said, we do have one friend who's kind of known for doing that, but.
Yeah. What time is it?
9:23. It's early still.
Sleepy.
Granther says, my niche porn would be in my deer blind with my wife on opening day of hunting season.
Yeah.
Then boom chicka boom happens as the deer come toward the corn. I'm sure there's an audience for that. I'm sure there's an audience. That scenario has literally never occurred to me. Fucking deer blind porn.
Yeah.
We're going to look that up later. Well, maybe we're not. We might forget. But
that's in Michigan. You can bait deers in Michigan. You can put corn out because you can't bait deers in the South.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's not allowed.
Yeah, not allowed.
But yeah. CB also says the Jerry Springer show had to start faking the show because the district attorney started cracking down on the show, getting the incest guests amenities for being prosecuted.
They want to try them. Yeah.
Well, I kind of feel like all of those talk shows, I mean, and obviously Jerry Springer being the most egregious example of this, most of them were fake. A lot of those people came out later, they were actors.
Yeah. Well, one of our friends was on one of them.
Yeah, they're just
Jacob was fucking a fake. He'd be a fake guest. He looks like the devil.
Yeah,
and he did it all through Central and South America.
Yeah, that was like he made some money that way.
Yeah,
you'd show up on because I feel like anytime they did a show, this was very common in the 80s and 90s.
Yeah,
where they do a comment, it's like look at these fucking satanic or crazy ass like people that go to these clubs or Satan worshipers or whatever, and they would be hired specifically to come on the show to like be as outrageous as possible, because obviously that's going to get people to watch it. They're doing the same shit that it's easier to do nowadays because of social media, but it's just like back then they were doing the same shit. So it's like all of the shit on Jerry Springer fake.
Yeah.
All those people were actors pretty much. Granther says deer baiting is not officially allowed, but a country boy will survive.
Okay.
So there you go.
Yeah, here in the South, fucking the game wardens are more powerful than the police. They can go into your fucking house and go through your goddamn freezer to see if you've got game meat, and all kinds of weird shit they can do. No, if you got caught even with an apple in your pocket,
like I was gonna eat the apple, I wasn't gonna
get in fucking serious trouble. They don't want you deer hunting with any kind of food on you that a deer could eat. And they're serious. They're very serious. They'll give you years in prison for that in the South. Yeah. Game wardens are fucking deadly here. It's like straight out of Predator. That's what they based that. All that shit out of Predator. It was written by fucking Army veterans here in the South. Fucking they wrote that script. And the Predator's fucking culture was based on fucking Southern hunting traditions and the laws here. You know, even fucking Predator versus Alien, that's the game warden showing up, trying to fucking stop a Predalien outbreak. Yeah.
Well, you know.
No, but game wardens here are fucking powerful. They can do all kinds of shit that a cop can't do.
But he's just thinking of it as like part of his porn scenario.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
The corn is part of the porn scenario. It's corn porn. That's what I'm saying. You want to give me another drink, please?
Yeah. I'm almost getting ready to fucking pass out, man.
Why?
I'm going to sleep.
It's only 9:30.
Getting tired. It's almost 10 though.
Well, no, it's not almost 10. It's 9:30. he's been at the biker bar all day, and then it's like man, I got up at 6 o'clock because one of the cats woke me up. Like, hey, feed me. We still haven't even talked about Spider Noir. Huh? We haven't even talked about Spider Noir.
Yeah, okay. We can talk about that.
CB says, in Scotland over the last week, the police are going after the people that have been killing birds of prey that are protected. Yeah, well, they should be going after people like that. Yeah, that's the same thing. Like, you can't, yeah, there's a lot of animals that are protected here. Same kind of thing. Actually, especially, like, I think bald eagle particularly, but you'll get in big trouble. Like,
yeah, anything eagle feathers, anything having to do with eagle.
Yeah, you can't even have an eagle feather.
Yeah.
Well, you'll get in big fucking trouble for having that. I don't even think you're allowed to sell them, to be honest. Although I will say that I'm not sure what the law is now, because for a long time, alligators were protected in Florida because, you know, their numbers had gone down significantly. But I think like a few years back, they said, okay, well, their population has been restored now, so it's okay. So I think you can still, nobody hunts them. It's just that I think if you come across one or something like that, I think you're allowed to kill it. But I think before you were not allowed to. But I'm not sure what the law is on that now. But they were endangered for a while, but they're not endangered anymore. Let me see. Yeah, birds of prey get shot in the U.S. all the time by pigeon raisers, by sheep farmers, by Native Americans for headdresses, by fish farms. Yeah, they do, kind of. And it's, I don't know. That's fucked up. Like, I get it, but I don't know, man. I just feel bad about it. I just feel bad about it. Where'd you go?
Huh?
Oh. Huh? What's going on? I can't believe he's tired at 9:30. But yeah, so in case you guys didn't know, Amazon Prime has started, or they just put up a new series called Spider Noir, which, if you remember when we reviewed Into the Spider-Verse like a few years back, whenever it came out, the animated movie that was like all the the Marvel movie, and it was just like all the different universe iterations of Spider-Man, Spider-Gwen, and all of that. And when we reviewed that movie, we were like, oh man, they should do like a whole fucking thing about Spider-Noir. That was like so cool. Someone listened to us, evidently. And there goes my light again. And so Amazon made a whole ass series. 8 episodes with Nicolas Cage. It's live action. And it's based on the Spider-Noir character. And it's great. We watched the whole fucking thing. Like, we watched the first episode, I think, Wednesday night. And then we watched all 7 episodes last night. We just, like, binged them. And you can watch it in either black and white or color. I believe it was filmed in black and white, and then they colorized it later, so you could have, like, a different version if you wanted to watch that. We'll probably watch it again in color, like, later on, just to see what that looks like. But, we watched it in black and white because clearly that's kind of the way to watch it. And man, it's really good. Like, they really, really went for it. Like, with the whole noir aesthetic. I feel like it's been getting like pretty positive reviews. I loved it. I thought it was fantastic. And it's a great like gangster kind of story. And everything, and it's set during the Depression, and it's just kind of everything is like all the acting and stuff is, I mean, Nicolas Cage, they kind of give a reason for him doing like a James Cagney. He doesn't do it through the whole thing, but like at sometimes he's kind of doing like a James Cagney, I don't want to call it impression, but kind of. And but they kind of give a reason for him doing that, and it's very slightly stylized, the way something from that era would have been. And they really did a good job of like kind of replicating that feel, but like in the modern day. I don't know. I just thought it was a lot of fun. And I hope more people watch it. It was the #1 show, like when we looked last night.
Talking about Spider Noir?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zach says one of the cinematographers for Spider Noir shot some of Lynch's movies and did Mulholland Drive. We'll see now. That makes a lot of sense because, yeah, the cinematography in this, gorgeous. It looks so good. Like I said, we watched it in black and white. You can watch it in color too, but I believe it was shot in black and white. And then they did a colorized version. So when you watch the show, it'll ask you like which one you want to watch. CB says, I'm watching Spider Noir in black and white because I can't get it to play in color. Yeah, like, we'll probably watch the color one, like, later. But we watched the trailers, and I was just kind of like, man, we gotta watch that in black and white. Because it's supposed to be from that era, you know what I mean? So, Linwood Sly is here. Hey, what's up? My son loves the Spider-Verse movie. They're making a third. I'll have to tell my son about the Amazon show. He probably already knows. Oh, yeah, I mean, it's just funny because we saw Enter the Spider-Verse, like, so I haven't seen the second one, but we saw the first one, like, in the theater a long time ago. And I was like, man, I think we both said on the review, like, if you go back and watch it, we were like, man, they should do a whole Spider-Noir thing. That'd be, like, that'd be awesome.
You were asking if there were any female bodybuilders in the goth scene in our area. There was. Carly's
yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, that's Carly. She's the one with the chains around her waist.
She goes to mannequins.
Goes to mannequins.
We see her at mannequins sometimes.
Yeah, and Carly's little.
Yeah, she's a tiny
woman. Maybe 4'10".
Yeah, she's a tiny, and I'm short, but she's like significantly shorter than I am.
See if I can find another picture of Carly.
I gotta pee again.
Yeah. See if I can get some bodybuilding pictures of her. She had some where she was actually on stage. Yeah.
She's actually IFBB pro. She's doing, I think it was bikini. Sure. No, but she's real cool. She's little. Little. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, but no, I liked Spider Noir.
Yeah, I thought it was
really
great.
Good. Masterpiece.
Yeah, like I said,
the writing is really good.
It's just super fun. And like I said, it's very much, it seems like they took great pains to get things as close as they could to that era. You know what I mean?
And another thing is that some of the bad guys in this, I don't want to do a lot of spoilers, but the bad guys were dudes that got captured by the Germans in World War One, and they were Army veterans. They got captured during the Battle of Museo Aragon. And then they experimented on them. Turned them into super monsters, basically. They kind of crossbred their DNA with animal DNA. Shit like spiders, lizards, electric eels. And most of them died. Some of them became superheroes and supervillains. And what was really good about it is that throughout the entire movie, they got veteran culture correct and army culture correct. The bad guys fucking break into a secret, at one point, break into a secret laboratory where one doctor was trying to help them, but they were dying in there anyway. And these are the villains, and the villains are going like, don't you realize that these are our comrades? We suffered with these men. And they were getting furious because they thought that this doctor had killed them, basically. She was trying to talk. She's like, no, I was trying to help them, you know. But they just got a lot of the reactions because the bad guys actually were kind of fucking bonded because they were veterans. So a lot of the shit that they checked one another, but they also fucking kind of like supported one another sometimes when they were wrong. So because of the shit that happens to veterans. So they got that part right. So whoever did the writing understood the social dynamic. You know.
Well, the villains were very complex. They weren't just like cartoon.
They weren't cartoonish.
Villains. Like you understood like why they were doing what they were doing, like why they would do something like that.
Out of most of them, the only one that I would really call a true villain was Electro.
Yeah, he was a douche.
They didn't call him Electro, though. They called him the Human Generator. But in our regular, in Spider-Man's regular universe, he'd be the Electro.
Or weren't they trying, like the newspaper guy was trying to like the conductor? I was like, no, that's a good name.
Yeah.
They didn't.
Somebody else said it, but he called himself the electric generator, the human generator, didn't he?
No, what did he call himself? I don't even remember.
Human dynamo or something.
Something like that. But it's just kind of like the newspaper was trying to get him to call him the conductor.
An interesting guy. He was real intelligent, into Shakespeare and stuff. But
he was an aspiring actor.
Yeah, and he fucking hated regular people because he felt betrayed by society. You know, that they had lied to him. You know, that they fought that war for nothing type of deal. And he comes off kind of like selfish and aggrandizing, really. But when he sees his unit mates and the guys that were in POW camp with him, when he sees them all in these fucking jars, he fucking loses it. He's like, these are my comrades. This is who I suffered with. This is, how dare you, And I was just like, yeah, they got that part right. That's how he would have reacted, He wasn't like, well, fuck those dudes,
Yeah, because he saw like all the shit that he. Well, he'd been through the shit himself.
Right, he'd been with. So they
knew
had
he was the
kind
guy
of an
that had made
allegiance
it.
to their peer group, and they didn't like anybody else. You know, which that's what happens to.
Which, like I said, it's understandable.
Yeah.
So, like I said, you could they were villains, but you can understand where they were coming from. And I like too that like Nicolas Cage as the Spider, he's kind of like the reluctant hero. Like
he's in the same group as them too.
He was in the same group as them, so it's like so he could relate to them also. But they, you know, the way they set the show up is that he had been the Spider and was like a hero like 5 years ago.
Yeah, he's a has-been.
But then like some some tragedy happened and he's like, fuck that, I'm not doing that anymore. And you know, he's a little bit older now and kind of out of shape and shit like that. So he's just kind of like just very cynical. But he's still a good guy, but he doesn't really want anybody to know that guy.
Yeah, he kind of gets forced into coming back into the role.
Yeah, and like he clearly does not want to.
Yeah. Kind of changes towards the end, though. I think he finally realizes that he's got no other place to go. This is what he's going to do. He's a great character, and evidently Nicolas Cage had a lot to do with this. And that he was involved in the production of this pretty heavily. And that this is evidently his favorite role. Which that makes sense, because I think the Spider-Verse movies, I've seen them both, and I enjoyed them both. We saw them in the theater. We were watching these movies, and really what stood out was Spider Noir character. I said, I told Jen after, I says, man, I'd like to see a movie of just that character.
Yeah, we were like, yeah, I would totally watch.
Yeah, and it was animated. And they came, it wasn't just me. They fucking said, yeah, we're going to bring that character to life. And it was Nicolas Cage doing the voice.
Yeah.
And evidently, out of the comic books, Nick Cage was the first guy to actually do that voice and do that character. So this is Nick considers this to be his character.
Yeah.
He's
not playing. I think that when he was Spider Noir in Into the Spider-Verse, I mean, I think he was Peter Parker in that, wasn't he?
I don't think so.
I thought he was Peter Parker in that. So he's playing a slightly different character in this. And he's not called Spider-Man, he's just called the Spider.
The Spider. No, I think
so. It's like it's an alternate universe, but it's from the comic books.
I thought they were all different in each universe, because Miles Morales is another one.
That's true.
Each one of them had their own name. No, I think because
he's Ben Reilly in this
Reilly,
one.
yeah, and I think they're all true to the comic books that they come from.
Yeah, I'd have to go back and look.
Yeah.
But yeah, because I remember when we went to the theater and saw Into the Spider-Verse, I was just like, oh man, that Spider Noir thing, that would be like a really cool, like that'd be a whole cool, like whole ass movie or something like that. But they made a whole ass series.
And the movie's all in
it's
color,
really good.
But when that character is doing something, no matter what universe he's in black and white.
It's in black and white.
Everybody else is in color, but he's always in black and white. And it was Nicolas Cage's voice.
Yeah. And so they let him be the Spider in this one, and it's like a whole 8-episode series.
Yeah, it's great.
It's great. Good. I liked it a lot.
And it's very true to 1930s movies. It's a gangster movie.
Yeah, it's very mannered in the way that movies were back then.
Yeah.
But I like that. I like that they were trying to keep it kind of true to. It's clearly modern, but it's like they were trying to make it kind of like a movie from back then.
Yeah.
Like the way the acting was and stuff.
The bad guys are all gangsters. They were gangsters in the 30s in the comic strips. Gangsters with super monsters. And fucking Ben Reilly's a private detective, so he's kind of like Humphrey Bogart. It's kind of like that. And there's a lot of the vibe of a detective flick / gangster movie.
Yeah, you got femme fatales.
Yeah, femme fatales and beautiful women that can sing, and they got the Chinese girl from fucking Sinners. She's the female role. She's a nightclub singer. She's kind of been enslaved to these gangsters. And there's one Irish mobster guy who's fucking great in the role, man.
I love that actor, actually.
Yeah. And
Brendan Gleeson, I think.
He's kind of in love with her, but he's too old to really like impose on her. So he just kind of keeps her as a pet. It's weird. And I don't want to spoil too much of it. There's a lot of cool shit that happens in it. And It's got good music in it, and she sings a song in it. I don't know if that's her voice. It probably is her voice. She looks like a kind of woman that could sing.
Man, the music in it is really good.
Yeah. But she's little, skinny, cute chick. Kind of reminds me of... When I was watching it, I was like, man, she reminds me of fucking Deborah Harry from Blondie.
Like Asian Deborah Harry.
Deborah Harry, yeah. Yeah.
She has the same mouth, kind of.
Same mouth, same kind of square head, and skinny and little and skinny, and the way she carried herself, kind of a tough, cool girl with some style. She just kind of reminded me of Deborah Harry.
Yeah, I see where you...
Yeah.
Like I said, she was in Sinners also, because we were watching the whole time like, man, we just saw her in something. Like, I couldn't think of it. And then he looked it up, and he's like, oh, she was in Sinners. Okay.
Graham says $2. Thank you very much, Graham.
Thank you very much.
That's right.
Also said, word on the street is Arnold Schwarzenegger will return for another Conan the Barbarian. Tom is all over this.
Yeah, I've been on that.
All over this.
I'm also helping another channel called Sumerian Scholar. He's a veteran guy. We talk a lot. I give him a lot of ideas for his shows. He's going to say on the next show, he's going to talk about me. Talk about me. There's this other veteran guy give me ideas for these shows. But he's got a really good show called Sumerian Scholar. He's watching Spider Noir right now, actually. I got a message from him. He's liking it. And he was asking me what I thought of the new Conan movie that was coming. And I says, I don't know, man. I'm suspicious, but we'll see, But I've been looking more into it. And the director is the same guy that directed like the last 4 Mission Impossible movies. So that's good. Those were pretty good movies. The guy that wrote the script is pretty good. He wrote some other stuff. I can't remember off the top of my head what it was, but I was like, okay, yeah, that's good too. Arnold's back for it. He's been wanting to do this for a long time. And I know Arnold's relationship with the Conan property. Arnold loved the John Milius movie, the first one. He did not like the second one.
Nobody liked the second one.
Yeah, the second one was...
Because it wasn't good?
They tried to turn it into a kid's movie. I haven't seen it in a long time. I want to see that movie again. I own it. I'm gonna look at it again. We'll see. There are certain things about it that I remember were kind of like, that's way off of what John Milius, or very much away from what Robert E. Howard would have wanted. But the second one was more kind of like a Dungeons and Dragons movie. That's what I remember it being. Not so much a Conan movie, more like a party of fucking people doing an adventure like Conan, like Dungeons and Dragons. But I have to see it again. But anyway, it broke away from John Milius's interpretation of Robert E. Howard's philosophies. You see, Robert E. Howard and H.P. Lovecraft, they were pen pals, they were buddies, they were very different, but they talked a lot about history and philosophy and ideas about government and ideas about humanity. And a lot of the fucking shit, the pulp stuff that they wrote, were kind of like vehicles to demonstrate their philosophical ideas. And Conan is Robert E. Howard's vehicle to show his opinions on civilization. Robert E. Howard did not like civilization. He thought civilizations would always, in time, become corrupt. And everything had to be done by men. A man in his surroundings, free from things. And he had to live by a code. That's what Conan was about. Robert E. Howard, I don't believe he knew anything about Friedrich Nietzsche, but John Milius did. Robert Howard was not a big fan of European culture because during the time that he lived, he saw Europe as nothing but just a bunch of commies and Nazis. That it was a very un-American. It was fascism and communism. So he didn't know, I don't think he knew anything about Friedrich Nietzsche, but John Milius did. And he drew a lot of parallels in the first movie between what Friedrich Nietzsche is saying and what Robert E. Howard is saying. Robert E. Howard was kind of an American version of Friedrich Nietzsche. I'm going to say that. Neither one was a philosopher per se, more like a commentator. Because Nietzsche wouldn't have liked to have been called a philosopher. You call him a philosopher now, but I don't think Nietzsche would have liked that. And Arnold Schwarzenegger really liked Milius's take on Robert E. Howard's work. So now that he's been on this, I'm thinking that Arnold is saying, look, we got to do this the way fucking John would have done it. John's still alive, but evidently his health isn't very good. He's not up to make a movie. And I think that Arnold is going to demand that the script has to be something that Robert E. Howard would have liked. And if that's the case, it should be good. It should be good because it's Conan. If it's not something that Howard would have liked or written, then that's not Conan. If you change what Conan was and try to make it more friendly and make it more universal, what you will have is He-Man. That's what He-Man was.
Yeah.
He-Man was Conan, but it was made for the masses.
Yeah, like
that's what it was. So you cannot have He-Man. They got He-Man. He-Man's coming out. There's a new He-Man movie, and they're saying that that's good. That's good. Supposed to be. I would see that. I didn't like the old He-Man Masters of the Universe movie.
It was not good.
No, but it looked good, but it wasn't any good.
The one with Dolph Lundgren is the one we're talking about.
And I think Dolph looked pretty cool as He-Man. He wasn't short and stocky.
I mean, he was probably the best choice for He-Man at the time.
Yeah. So, no, Arnold would have made a better He-Man, but
probably
at that time. But the thing is, though, is if you soften Conan, you're going to have He-Man. You must keep Conan hard. Conan was a thief.
I mean, if they base it on the stories, I feel like they probably can't go wrong. Well, I mean, they could probably still go wrong, but if
you do an actual Conan story,
yeah, or even combine a couple of the stories,
right.
That would be fine too.
What Milius got right, and I bought the new edit, the extended edit of fucking Conan just a couple days ago. Even though they took out the death of Osric, that's still that was Osric. That King Osric, Max von Sydow's character that gives Conan his first mission. In the original cut, he gets killed. Dulce Doom finds out that he sent mercenaries to get his daughter back. They kill Osric, and Osric has a real good death scene where he sees himself in a mirror. He'd been stabbed 3 times in the heart because that's what it took to kill him. He sees himself in the mirror as an old man dying. He throws his fucking sword into the fucking mirror and dies because he didn't like what he sees. He didn't want to die, old man. But he has so much heart, it took 3 times to kill him, to stab him in the heart. Because Osric was actually Conan's first role model. He's the future, because Conan will be king too, but he will be a king kind of like Osric, which everybody liked him. But Osric wasn't happy with the fact that he died an old man, powerless. But he did kill some of his assassins, who were his own men who rose up against him. And that's not outside of what Howard wrote, because Howard wrote the stories out of chronological order. And Conan is an old man in some of these stories. The whole purpose of the Conan story is how to be relevant as an old man. That's what it's easy to be relevant as a young man. How are you be relevant as an old man? That's how you actually win life. And that's what Conan's philosophy was. And Milius tried to bring that to you by saying that Osric wasn't happy with the way he died, that he wasn't quite as relevant as he should have been. He did save his daughter by sending Conan, but he couldn't do it on his own anymore. He didn't like how he died. So there's all kinds of cool symbolism and allegory in Howard's works, and Milius did a good job as bringing as much Howardism as possible in a single movie. Because he thought maybe he wanted 3, but he thought there was a good chance he would only get 1. So that first movie actually does a very good job of encapsulating all of Robert E. Howard's ideas throughout the entire Conan series that he wrote. So me and Sumerian Scholar are like marveling on how good fucking Milius was to get all that in there in a single movie.
Well, he understood it.
Because he understood it. And you couldn't stay to the exact Conan narrative because there's too much to tell in such a small time.
Yeah.
So you have to fucking change shit around. Like Conan was never enslaved in the books. He was never made to fight in a pit. He left on his own later. His people were the Sumerians that he came from. They were still around. But it was better in Milius's version of this tale is that they were all killed. He was forced into slavery, and then freed from slavery.
Yeah, it's more dramatic
because it's more dramatic, and it shows the wheel of suffering, which is a Buddhistic kind of mechanism, very similar to Arthur Schopenhauer and Friedrich Nietzsche, and about where the will comes from. That's why at the beginning of the Conan movie it says, that which does not kill us makes us stronger. Friedrich Nietzsche, the will. Yeah. So no, Milius did a masterpiece. So I'm hoping that the new third one, King Conan, which is totally, that's fucking. People say, "Oh man, Conan's old. They're just trying to get another armament." No, that was what Howard was telling the whole story
he told,
about.
Like several stories where he was
an
old man.
Yeah. I think in the second story that Milius wrote, Conan's an old man.
Yeah, and he did become king later on.
He became king of Apollonia.
Because he was, like I said, he was interested in exploring.
Yeah.
Like the different phases.
Different phases of a man's life.
Yeah, and like how that would play out.
Yeah, so no, this idea of having an old Conan, that's not out of character for Robert E. Howard's stories. That's what the story was about. How to remain relevant in old age. It's a holistic story.
I mean, I'm cautiously optimistic.
Yeah, so there's a good chance that it's going to be a good movie. It will be very against Hollywood character right now. Because everything fucking Howard stood for and Milius stood for is an antithesis of what Hollywood stands for. It's very right wing. They would call it fascist because it has to do with survival of the fittest and the law of the jungle. And the left doesn't like that. But that's what Howard's works were about. And if you're going to do Conan, it's got to be that. And if it's not that, then it's He-Man. Because He-Man wasn't like that. It's just a different telling of the same story. Because that's what He-Man was.
We just rewatched on Netflix, The Toys That Made Us.
Yeah.
We just rewatched the He-Man one like the other day. It's a fascinating story behind the He-Man toys, like if you don't know anything about that.
Yeah.
Victor says, for the first Masters of the Universe, they didn't have a budget for anything cool. That's why they had to make it happen on Earth. I don't even remember. I know I saw the Masters of the Universe, the He-Man movie, the one with Dolph Lundgren in it, because, I mean, I'm a girl, and even though I was into kind of some boy shit, I wasn't really into He-Man. My brother was into He-Man. I have a brother that's 4 years younger, and he had some He-Man figures, and I think he had I think he had Castle Grayskull too. But, so I played with some of the toys too, but it's really interesting it's interesting because that was a toy line that did not come from anything. Because I kind of feel like prior to that, you had the Star Wars toys, Star Trek toys, shit like that. People were making toys of stuff that was already popular, right? So you hoped that it would sell. But the He-Man toys, there was no cartoon. There was no comic book. There was nothing. They did the toy line first, and then they did a comic book, and then they did a cartoon to sell the toys. And it's actually a testament to how well they did fucking research that it worked as well as it did. Because it shouldn't have, but it did. It worked out really good. But they did a lot of market research beforehand. Bordanian says, "Is Red Sonja a Conan film?"
No.
Well,
Red Sonja.
Is it Red Sonja? Red Sonja is a Robert E. Howard character, is it not?
Yeah, I think she is, but I don't think she's ever in.
She's not a major character.
Yeah, Red Sonja. If I remember correctly, I haven't read any Howard stories where Red Sonja's in there. I think she's a Howard character.
She was in a couple,
but
stories,
I don't think she's in any of the Conan stories.
Yeah, she might not have been.
I think because the other people wrote Conan stories. They kept writing them.
Yeah, like later on, like after Robert E. Howard
somebody added her. Who was Conan's Robert E. Howard's Conan? He had two great loves of his life: Valeria and Bailet.
Bailet, yeah.
Bailet, yeah.
The pirate.
Yeah, Bailet was basically kind of like a Middle Eastern pirate chick. But here's the thing. And then Valeria was just a warrior, like a barbaric warrior girl. And he loved them both. Bailet got killed by a flying monster, a man with wings, from an ancient race that was been gone for hundreds of thousands of years.
Good story. Read. It's called Queen of the Black Coast. I think is what the name of the story is.
Yeah, and she had a bunch of African pirates on a pirate ship that she commanded, and she was like a badass. They loved her, and he ended up almost kind of becoming her second in command. He kind of, in a way, kind of took over the ship. Him and her were raiding stuff for a long time, months evidently, and I think they got married. I have to go back. I think they got married on the ship, but she got killed. Conan's kind of like James Bond. He can't hook up for long, or would fuck up a story.
Yeah.
All right. So something happens to the wives, or they just stop talking about him. I'm not sure whatever happened to Valeria. She doesn't die in the stories that I read.
I mean, in the movie she does.
In the movie she dies, but she doesn't die in the stories that I read. She was in Red Nails, I think.
Yeah, that's right.
Red Nails. And she survives it. But I forgot where I was going with this. But
well, we were talking about Red Sonja.
We're talking about Red Sonja, yeah.
I think that character does turn up, and so I mean, Robert E. Howard wrote a fuck ton of stories.
Yeah,
I think she turns up in a few of those.
And I don't think her.
But I don't know how much overlap.
Yeah,
I don't know how much overlap there is, because it's like I don't think she was like a romantic interest for Conan, because, like he said, his two main romantic interests were Valeria and the pirate chick, like Bailet or whatever her name is.
Yeah,
like,
Bailet is what I thought her name was.
Yeah, or whatever her name was.
Yeah, the Conan is okay. When you say Conan the Barbarian, you think a dude in a fucking loincloth running around. He's just dumb. Well, a lot of the Conan knockoff characters were like that. But Conan himself is not like that if you read the book. He can speak several different languages. He can read a bunch of languages, and some of them are ancient dead languages that he can read. So he's literate.
Yeah, he's not a brute.
He's not dumb. He's a what they call, he's a thief.
Yeah, that's his main thing.
He's a professional thief, soldier, can work as a general, mercenary, and he's just generally just called a reaver, which is a fucking killer. All right, he's a bad motherfucker, but he does have a code. If you hire him to steal something, he'll bring it back to you, even though the item might be worth more than what you've been paid to steal it for. He'll do that because it's just part of his deal. He does have honor. He doesn't take advantage of helpless women. In one story, I think it was called The Veil of Lost Women.
Yeah, I remember that one.
There was a woman, she's a scientist from... Okay, first of all, none of this shit's historical. It's all happened in Hyboria. And Hyboria is a place where ancient Rome, ancient China, fucking African tribesmen, and Vikings, and ancient Egyptians all exist at the same time, along with ape men,
Yeah.
dinosaurs,
Yeah.
fucking sorcerers.
Yeah, it's like a fantasy.
Extra-dimensional Lovecraftian monsters.
Yeah, some of that too.
Aliens
Mm-hmm.
also exist in this shit because he's been talking to Lovecraft. Aliens that can assume human form or animal form. Spirits, there's sorcerers that can do shit. So it's not you're not in a historical period.
Well, wasn't one of those places he broke into didn't have like a god that was like looked like an elephant?
Yeah, it was an alien.
But it was an
alien that took the form of
It's a good story, by the way.
Of a bipedal African elephant with tusks and shit.
Yeah.
And a sorcerer had captured it and was torturing it to gain power from it and knowledge from it. And Conan kills it to release it from its suffering.
Because, it asked him to.
Yeah, it asked him to kill it. And it was an ancient alien that had flown to Earth through space, a la the great old ones from Lovecraft. It was probably an old one, or a great old one.
It was heavily implied.
Yeah, heavily
that it was
implied.
a Lovecraftian.
It was a Lovecraftian alien.
Old one. Yeah.
So anything could happen in a Lovecraft story. Because it's not taking place in a time that we know of. There are some of the fucking dinosaurs. They call them dragons in the story, but some of the dragons are actually dinosaurs that have been raised from the dead by sorcerers. That's a wild concept.
Well, when you're writing pulp,
yeah,
which Robert E. Howard did, which Lovecraft did,
yeah.
If you have a vast milieu to play in, it's much, much better.
Yeah.
So I love that Howard came up. I mean, we did a whole ass show on Robert E. Howard a while back, if you want to go back and watch that. But it's just kind of like, he came up with a whole fictional world that was based on reality, but also had like a lot of so he could like play around in it. Yeah, and so you could have like anything that he was interested in, because he was really into history, but he was also into like weird fiction like Lovecraft and stuff, and he wanted to be able to bring those aspects in also.
Yeah, and he wanted to have Romans, ancient Africans, and ancient Egyptians and Vikings all in the same story.
Interacting with one
pirates in the same story. Everything had
to
be
why wouldn't you want
with
that?
Dinosaurs.
Why wouldn't you want that?
With Neanderthals.
Sure.
You had them in there too.
You could throw it all in there.
So you can't do that in the modern world. You can't do that in the real world. This is all done in a place called Hyboria. And he does say where all these kingdoms are and what they're like.
Yeah, he drew a whole ass map and he wrote a whole ass essay about it.
So he's doing world building in the 30s, and this is what inspired Tolkien to do the Silmarillion and all the, to explain the world.
All the world building behind Lord of the Rings.
Yes.
Yeah, like he got it from, because Robert E. Howard wrote a whole ass thing.
Yeah.
About all of these different kingdoms, like what the characteristics were. He had a whole ass map like that he drew and all this other stuff, and he set all of his stories in that fictional world that he had created, and it was like a big giant world.
That's why if you look at the Conan movie from John Milius, you're going to see a bunch of stuff that looks like Norse stuff mixed with Aztec stuff, and you're just, and that's because that was Hyboria.
Yeah.
Howard's in Texas. That's an Anglo-Germanic world mixed with Mexico. So the Aztecs and the
it was shit that he was
and the
interested
Germans
in.
are right there.
And and he's just putting it all.
He's putting it all together in the same world,
in one universe.
Yeah.
Which, like I said, now if you did that, no one would bat an eye. But I kind of feel like back then it was kind of a bigger deal because no one really did that.
Right.
Because it was all clearly based on real stuff.
Yeah.
But from he was just picking and choosing stuff from different eras, different stuff that he was interested in because he was really into history.
Yeah, and a barbarian a barbarian is not a caveman. Okay? A barbarian is a person, because he talks about it, you had civilized people. That was like the Romans and the Chinese. He calls that the land of Kitai, I don't forget what he calls the Romans, but civilized man, and then there's savagery. Savagery is kind of like dudes that are kind of like in a stone age. They don't have a civilization to speak of. They're just a tribe of caveman type people, they can't make steel or technology. You're just wearing furs, and because those are in there too. Barbarians in between the two. So what the analogy is by the American concept that Howard's talking about. He's talking about American pioneers, guys in the Old West. He's not living in New York in the cities, and he's not running around with the Indians in a Native American tribe. He's kind of in the middle. He's a pioneer. He's a cowboy or a trailblazer or a mountain man. And that's what Conan is. He's jacked. He's like a 1 in a million dude, just fucking jacked and shit. He's got a war belt on, and he'll wear a fur fucking loincloth and boots and swords and fucking axes and shit, long black hair. He's kind of an Anglo-Mexican. He's dark-skinned guy with blue eyes, black hair. He's describing Texas, where he comes from. A hybrid between Texas and Mexico. And then he can read a bunch of different languages. He's kind of a do-it-all type of guy, but he doesn't have any allegiance to civilization or savagery. He's kind of like surviving on his own, making friends with people, Well, what I was saying was that he's not a barbarian in the way that people think. He is following a certain code. It's not morality as like maybe like a certain people would think. But he's actually, I would call him a good dude. In Veil of Lost Women, he runs across a Roman type woman who was captured by an African tribe, and his tribe comes into the city because he's got a bunch of African guys that he's earned their respect. He's leading them. There's about 30 of them, and they come in to report to the king there, and the king's got this woman captured. They killed her brother already. She was down there on a scientific experiment. So scientific what do you call it? Excursion, with zoology and shit in Hyboria. That's a wild concept, but they have that even in the concept. And she tells him, she says, "If you get me out of here, I'll give you my virginity." And fucking Conan was like, "Well, I don't really have anything against this king. He is a shitbag, but allegiances here and alliances change quickly. The chances of my fucking alliances with him fucking staying long, much longer anyways, probably, yeah, okay, I'll get you out of here." So he gets her out of there. A lot of his guys get killed. They kill off his guys. She ends up running off, though, escaping. And she runs down into a valley. She gets away from everybody. Even Conan couldn't catch her. She got on a horse. He eventually catches up with her. And there was a bunch of spirit type elven women. I think they were kind of ghostly. They were getting ready to sacrifice her to this fucking big winged god, fucking from another planet, a Lovecraftian old one or something, some kind of demon. Conan defeats that, and he gets her, and he's like, "Look, I know you were going to give me your virginity, but thinking about it, you were kind of like not in your own. You were captive at the time. You'd have told me anything, so that really wasn't done to your will. So I'm not going to really hold that to you." Fucking says that's the same as raping somebody.
I mean,
and he doesn't hold her to it. So a real savage motherfucker would have done it. But Conan was like, "Nah, it's not my style." He got her out of the jam, but he let her go. So
yeah.
People fucking have these weird ideas of fucking Conan a barbarian, but they haven't read the stories.
And honestly, most of them are in the public domain.
Yeah.
And there are actually like
Audio
a lot
books.
of really good like audio versions of them
on YouTube.
and you can listen to them.
Yeah.
But yeah, he wrote a lot.
Yeah.
For dying so young, sadly.
Yeah, he was dead at 30. Killed himself.
Yeah, he did.
But he was very wise for his age. He'd read a lot. And thought about a lot
like
of
I
stuff.
said, we did a whole show. He's a fascinating dude. One of these days, because we've done a show about H.P. Lovecraft as well, like a very long time ago. And one of these days, we kind of want to do a show just that was about specifically like the relationship between Howard and Lovecraft, because that was also really, they never met in real life.
Yeah, Slick jumps in and goes, Chicano. Yeah, Conan was Chicano.
Yeah.
Basically.
That's what he was based on.
He was a Texan. He was a mixture of German and Mexican. Yeah. And fucking Conan, fucking Arnold's son, Joseph Badia is his name, who's half Mexican and a bodybuilder. He'd make a great Conan. That's what.
We'll see if they'll be able to talk him into like.
Well, he has to learn how to act, but shit. Arnold learned to act on a job.
I mean, like I said, Arnold couldn't really act either in his early days.
He does a good job in Conan. He does a good job.
Yeah.
But they cut his best scenes out, but they put his best scenes back in the extended cut. When he talks about the springtime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bourdain asked, have we seen The Sword and the Sorcerer?
I've seen it a long time ago.
Oh, man, it was such a long time. Yeah. I have, but it was like so long ago that I barely remember anything about it. Maybe that's another one we should review. Should I write that down? I probably should. We have so many movies we still need to review. I have like this big long list.
The only thing close to fucking Milius's Conan movie, I would say, is Excalibur. From, I think, about the year before, around the same year.
That was 81.
81. Maybe a year or so before. That's also an excellent movie. Same dude that did Zardoz. It's an excellent movie. And
Zardoz is a really interesting movie.
Zardoz is a good movie. The only problem with Zardoz is the costumes. Yeah.
I don't know if that's the only problem. It's a great idea.
The edit that they released isn't very good.
Yeah, it was weirdly edited.
They fucked up the
that concept could totally work.
Yeah. You could re-edit that movie and if you could change some of the costumes through AI, you could make that a fucking excellent movie. Because it's a good movie. It's just that it has a few problems.
I said, it's a great idea.
Yeah.
It's a great idea. But honestly, I kind of feel like it's one of those quote-unquote famously bad movies. But I think people just say that because of the outfit that they made Sean Connery wear. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like that's like...
That's what I'm saying. That was the main problem.
Most of the issue.
Yeah.
It is a weird premise. I will give it that. But I think that's a premise that could work if you came at it from a slightly different angle.
Yeah, Sean Connery's supposed to be a group of fucking dudes that are destroying the earth. And he's dressed like that? Should have been in some kind of like black leather outfit, you know what I mean?
You would think, like not in a weird...
Yeah, not in a weird bondage outfit.
Red bandolier bikini or whatever the fuck it was that he was wearing. I mean... Also, I could have done without the narration at the beginning. I don't think they would do that nowadays, because I kind of feel like the thing about it is that people piss and moan about movies nowadays, but I was alive in the 70s, and a lot of movies back then, I kind of feel like they would make a weird-ass movie, which, great, and then... like the money people would see it and they'd be like, well, they did, which I'm not saying that's a great movie because it wasn't, but I'm not blaming David Lynch. He's probably my favorite director of all time, but that was kind of a shit show from the get-go. So, you know what I mean? But it's just kind of like adding narration to stuff instead of just trusting the audience to be like, you know, just watch it and figure it out as you go. I kind of feel like nowadays, movie makers are a lot more apt to just throw viewers in at the deep end and trust that they will work it out, like, as it goes on. As that's how movies are supposed to work. You don't really need everything explained to you up front. Like, we're not dumb. Like, we can, well, most of us aren't. And we can figure the shit out, like, as the time goes on. So the whole explanation at the beginning of Zardoz, I think, like, really undermined it. But I don't know. It needs a re-edit. I wouldn't be mad if somebody wanted to remake Zardoz. You know? It was one of those movies that it was a good concept, but I feel like it wasn't really they just didn't do a good job of it. And I kind of feel like if somebody wanted to do it and like take it seriously and do that story without hand holding the audience or whatever the fuck, just go weird with it, I think that might be really good. But I don't know. I don't think it's a terrible movie regardless. I know it gets like a lot of hate, but I don't know. I kind of enjoy it. But there's a lot of wrong with it. I'm not saying that. But I'm a big advocate of if you had a great idea and you didn't have the budget or the talent to pull it off back in the day, then man, let somebody else have a crack at it. You know what I mean? I'm not that averse to remakes. When I'm averse to remakes is like if they take something that was good the first time, that they knocked out of the park the first time. Oh, and then we're going to remake. Let's remake Back to the Future. Fuck off. Like, nobody needs to remake Back to the Future. They got it right the first time.
Oh, yeah, that's a perfect movie.
That's what I mean.
You would never
nobody needs to remake Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah.
They got it right the first time. Yeah, nobody needs to remake Jaws. They got it right the first time. But it's just kind of like, if you had an idea in the 70s particularly, or even 80s, and it's like you didn't really have the budget to pull it off, or you didn't have the talent to pull it off, or whatever. And it's like, but it was still like such a good idea, but you just didn't get there. I don't have a problem with that being remade at all. The only, like I said, the only times I get upset are when they take something that was good the first time and remake it. Yeah, like nobody needed to remake A Nightmare on Elm Street.
Star Wars. You don't need to do New Hope. You don't need to remake that.
Yeah, nobody needs to remake shit that was good the first time.
Yeah.
But, you know, or here's something that's maybe kind of random. And I don't know if you remember this. Gus Van Sant remade Psycho shot for shot. Yeah. In color. In the 90s, I think it was. What was the fucking point of that?
Was it any good?
No.
No.
What? How could it be?
Yeah.
And honestly, like, one of the best things, if you guys have seen In Search of Darkness, it's a horror documentary series. There's a whole bunch of them. There was a part 1 that was like 80s, and they did another one. They've done some 90s ones too. I think they're on Tubi at the moment, and I think some of them are on Shudder, and they're all worth watching. But they were talking to, on the 90s one, they were talking to Wes Craven about that Gus Van Sant thing. And he said pretty much the same thing. He was like, what was the fucking point? Why? Why would you remake? Psycho is like one of the most perfect movies ever made. Why would you remake it? And not only remake it, but remake it exactly the same, except in color. And like, he literally did it shot for shot. Why?
Yeah.
Like, why? It just seemed like a huge fucking waste. I would argue that, like, why would you even want to remake that in the first place? But if you're gonna remake it, why make it exactly the same, but not as good? Like, I don't understand, like, what the thought behind that was. I will say that in some cases, because, you know, there was a remake of Suspiria in 2018. Suspiria from 1977 is one of my favorite horror movies of all time. And I had often said before 2018 that it's like, I don't really understand the point of anyone wanting to do a remake of that. Because the visuals of that are so iconic and so distinct that it's like, if you changed it, it wouldn't be the same movie. And if you didn't change it, then you'd just be ripping Dario Argento off. And what would be the point of that? Like, there's no point. However, the remake that they did in 2018 was different enough. It's the same story, but he went like the opposite direction with the visuals and stuff, which I think was probably the best thing he could do. I mean, short of not remaking it in the first place. And so I ended up actually quite liking it. because he went a different direction with it. And I feel like that's the only thing you could do, because Suspiria is such a singular movie and the visuals are such a huge part of it that it's like trying to ape those visuals. You would just, it would just be like a cheap imitation, right? So I kind of feel like I like that he went the total opposite direction with it. So I think that turned out okay. I would rather it not be remade because, like I said, again, what's the point of it? Because they got it right the first time. But I didn't hate it. I'm going to say that. What? Why are you crying?
She makes all kinds of noise. She's looking at me. Why are you making fun of me? Well, hey, that's how it is.
We're not making fun of you, Pookie.
Yeah.
She's yelling. Zach says, man, you guys should do another show about movies that were disasters behind the scenes. Yeah, I do have that in my list, actually. You all right, Tom?
Oh, man. Trying to stay awake.
Oh, you ready to go to sleep?
Yeah. Getting ready to pass out.
See, that's what happens when you're at the biker bar all day.
I know.
All right. You want to wrap it up?
Yeah. It's only a little bit early anyway.
Well, it's 10:30.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to wrap it up for this evening. So hopefully you guys enjoyed hanging out with us. I can't drink
anymore, man.
This evening. I had a good time. This is always a fun show to do.
Yeah.
And like, I haven't drunk this much in a while, so I'm hoping I'm not going to regret
you
it.
You drink tomorrow.
Yeah.
Going to the club.
I know.
Yeah.
We'll see how it turns. I feel okay right now, but that doesn't really mean anything. We'll see how we feel tomorrow.
All right.
But yeah, so thank you everybody for hanging out with us on this Friday evening. Thank you for your super chats. Hopefully you guys have a good rest of your evening, and hopefully you guys have a good weekend. We'll be back on Monday doing a movie review. I have no idea what movie we're going to do yet. I usually don't know. But we'll see. Maybe we'll do The Sword and the Sorcerer. Who knows? Don't hold me to that because I have no idea what we feel like watching on Sunday night. But yeah, we'll be back on Monday night doing a movie review. So hopefully you guys can come back and join us for that. In the meantime, have a good rest of your evening. Have a good weekend. And we will see you guys again on Monday night. Good night.